Tube 93. The T-Man Show. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Isn't that be amazing? It's been another remarkable weekend at the box office for animated superheroes. The Incredibles fought off the competition and stayed at #1 for a second week. It earned another $51 million. Another animated picture, The Polar Express, at #2. The Voice of Tom...
They were disappointed in The Polar Express, Terry.
Really?
They thought it would do better, and they thought Bridget Jones's Diary would do better. Even though it's in limited release.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Stephen?
I did, yeah.
God, it'd be nice to be able to go to a movie again.
Wow.
Can't do it with newborns.
Depends where you go, Terry.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they might have liked Polar Express.
Yeah, they probably would have.
Tom Hanks, kids love him. From 3 months on, Terry.
The voice of Tom Hanks helped this Christmas Tale earn more than $23 million in its first week. And believe it or not, Mark, real people came in third with audiences this weekend. Pierce Brosnan is back with After the Sunset and helped the movie earn more than $11 million in its opening weekend. Saw The Incredibles, loved it.
Oh, geez, nobody cares. If you saw it, Stephen, if you saw Bridget Jones's Diary, and I think Hot Shots saw it because he was nodding as well, then how the hell did it do so bad and not even finish in the top 3? How does that happen? I thought you guys are like the heart and soul of America. And if you're going, the combination of them
Together,
both, Terry, yes, represent the crux, the belly of America.
Well, yeah, definitely the belly.
Oh, jeez! Wow!
Wasn't animated.
How about Terry Free saying the combination of you two guys make up the belly of America?
Well, you're the one who first said belly of America.
Terry, you echoed it so emphatically that it's all on you now, Terry. You're on your own.
I can't believe you, Terry.
A perfect stomach like Terry.
I had.
You can say those kinds of things.
I had nothing but just completely different intentions than you pointed out, Terry. So if you don't want to stand on your own as far as your comments concerned, well, that's just pussy like of you, but that's okay.
Okay.
And you do have the perfect belly. Has now been thrown back at you. So, Steven, was it 2 thumbs up?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, not an emphatic 2 thumbs up.
I got that from your yeah.
Yeah.
Was it as good?
Your yeah told me all I need to know.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't need to hear the yeah again. I didn't ask for the yeah again. Would rather not hear the yeah again in my life, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's a good way to review movies, though.
Much more simpler than Stars.
Right.
Just analyzing Stephen's yeah.
That original Bridget Jones, I believe, is better.
All right. Did you like the original Bridget Jones, Stephen?
Yeah.
Ah! See that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's think of another movie to throw at him. Stephen.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, what'd you think of Bachelor Party? Did you like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you? And how about the movie? What else did I see this weekend on TBS? Did you like Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze? Jimmy Fred behind the glass is having a mini orgasm over that one.
I know.
It sounded like it.
Yes, yeah, it tells you all you need to know. Stephen, I asked you a question. Wait, not an answer.
No.
Oh, not even a yeah.
What was that?
Who knows? It's just a weird thing. Anyhow, that's very exciting that you both were at the movies together enjoying popcorn. And
I had no popcorn, I'll have you know.
You were on your 5th date? What is this between you and Hotshot? Did you go together? Was it just 2 boys going to see Bridget Jones's Diary? Or?
2 boys.
Yeah, it's okay, because we had the gay seat in between us. So.
I don't care how many gay seats you have in between you two. If 2 guys go to see Bridget Jones's Diary and there's not a woman anywhere to be found in your company, that's as gay as it's ever going to get. So don't worry about a gay seat. Did you guys go together?
And then we saw Shall We Dance on Sunday.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
And we shall.
No, we did not go together.
Oh. Okay, then. Then everything's back to normal. Huh? Right. That's not a good thing. Anyhow, so you went with
Yes.
and had a good time.
I generally do things with my wife.
Oh,
yes.
jeez.
Wow.
Easy now. No one was suggesting anything other than that.
All right.
You have gone to movies with a fellow colleague or two, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's why I wanted the clarification.
Yes.
You're okay now?
I'm doing well.
All right.
You didn't see the movie, I take it.
No.
You're not a fan of Big Renee Zellweger?
Oh, jeez.
Big Renee.
I like the waif Renee Zellweger better.
You mean
Right.
the ghostly waif?
That I see on the cover of the Star magazine, yes. Come on, if you had a choice of being with the skinny waif Renee Zellweger, all bones and looking really scary, or the real chubby Renee Zellweger from Bridget Jones's Diary, who do you choose, Terry?
I'll take chubby.
Oh, jeez. See, I knew you were a lesbian. Anyhow, what else is going on? What else is happening?
Star Jones, she's married. Woo-hoo!
Oh, Terry, it's too early in the morning.
Oh,
yes.
come on. Don't you want to hear all the details?
I saw it. I saw all the footage. They had a big to-do. People were lined up in the streets. I didn't know Star Jones. I have talked about how I appreciate her and her intellect, and yes, I have been forced to have to sit through too many minutes of The View. Not that I've ever seen one show in its entirety, but enough to know that she's very bright and a treasure to worship and enjoy on a national level. Mm-hmm. However, I don't need to hear any more about, especially maybe later. All right. I heard all about it. She had the huge train.
27 feet.
At her bachelorette party. Oh.
Hey, Hillary Clinton was there.
27-foot train, Terry.
Yes. 27-foot train.
Mm-hmm. How much of that included her ass?
I'm not quite sure.
I think it was only a 2-foot train, Terry.
Ah.
But they factored in her ass.
25 feet of ass.
That's right!
And just to let you know, I know
And that's after a massive diet!
and working out 5 days a week with 4 trainers.
That's right.
I know I told you, what was it, last week, that she was going to change her name officially to Reynolds and drop the Jones. But
Right.
I was misinformed.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
So
Terry, you're making a retraction live on the radio this morning?
I am.
Do you think anyone really needed that?
Well,
Do you
no,
think anyone's
but-
like, oh, Terry's credibility is back intact. Now we can trust her. If she ever makes a mistake, she'll come on the air, she'll correct herself. That's a woman with credibility. Nobody cares, Terry.
Okay.
People weren't about to write or send a card or a gift to Star Reynolds and only have themselves be embarrassed because of you, Terry.
All right. Well, I just wanted to get the news story straight.
Oh.
Really? Why start now?
So is today correction day? I mean, do we have time?
God, we got to go back so many years of all these corrections. Damn.
I don't know why, yeah. All of a sudden you felt the need to correct yourself, Terry. If that was the case, we'd have to block out the whole week's worth of shows for you.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So it's a very happy day for Star Reynolds.
Happy.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Is she on a honeymoon now? Is she going to be off The View this week, or is she right back eating?
Well, I'm sure that, Continental flew her and her hubby,
Oh, that's
remember?
right.
Continental,
That's
the
right.
airlines
the official airline of the Star Reynolds wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
I don't know where they're honeymooning. But
Do they have a guest list there? Do they have anyone besides Hillary Clinton that
yeah,
enjoyed
well,
all the
they
fun?
had Chris Rock there.
Chris Rock was
Samuel
there.
L. Jackson.
Spike
Lee, Angela Bassett, Kim Cattrall, Kelly Ripa. Wow, of course, the View ladies were all there.
All there?
Blair Underwood.
Blair Underwood. Oh, that's a guest.
Also, her bridesmaids included Natalie Cole, Vivica A. Fox, Holly Robinson Pete, who
As opposed to Vivica C. Fox.
lately, I don't know
Made
what
it.
the whole...
You made a big deal on pointing out the A, Terry. Was there a reason
Well,
why?
I think it's because in the last couple of years, she's made it known that she wants the A. and
Well,
everything that-
I thought she's always wanted the A there.
No, she was just Vivica Fox for a while.
Well, I never knew her as Vivica Fox, even back in the Independence Day movie. Independence Day, huh? Right, yeah. Wasn't she Vivica A. Fox back then?
I always thought she was.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Terry, I think you need to make a correction.
Okay, oops.
I thought she used to
correction
go
now.
as Vivica Fox, but pretty much she's always gone as Vivica A. Fox.
All
Yes,
right.
go ahead.
Anyway,
Mhm.
Holly Robinson Pete and Corinna Gore Schiff, the daughter of former President Al Gore.
That's quite the star-studded list.
Patti LaBelle sang. at the
Patti
reception.
LaBelle.
It's amazing all of her friends are famous just by coincidence, you know. Aren't your bridesmaids like your best friends?
Well,
Like from high school and college?
she's she's weeded out all those friends and
Those
decided
good for nothings.
she's replaced them with marquee names. Your high school friends need not show up. There's no place for them.
That's nice.
Not when you have Barbara Wawa in attendance.
You can't give a big gift bag like that just to anybody.
Not when you have Kelly Ripa crying at the church. Do you need any old lousy high school friend that you might have grown up with?
Right.
Screw them.
Yeah, gift bags are only for people who can really afford all that stuff.
Right, exactly.
So it was a rousing success, huh, Terry?
Oh, yeah. She'll have many years of happiness.
The wedding was a successful union of two people that have been longing for one another for their entire lives, just never knew it. Is that the deal?
I would assume so, yes.
Well, that's then a happy ending as far as I see it, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure they're making massive love right now on their honeymoon, wherever that may be, that Continental Airlines flies. Mm-hmm. I think they had to stop in Houston for a couple hours because that's their major hub.
Massive lovemaking.
That's right, dear. That's what you do on a honeymoon, and I'm sure that Star Jones is no exception. She's making massive love as we're all speaking and or listening right now.
And who is her husband?
Let's all take a moment, close our eyes. Take a moment, close our eyes, and imagine, in honor of Star Reynolds and her new husband, let's all visualize the massive love that those two very happy people are now making. Let's take a moment. Okay, that was nice.
It's more flexible than I thought she would be.
Oh, jeez. Wow. I'm glad you did it for you, Stephen.
The T-Man.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Hey, what's up? It's Q93 Shelly Hurt. Quick reminder that I am on
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
I was honored to be on our next performer's new video.
Is that Nicole Smith last night at the AMAs, Terry?
Okay.
Very lucid and coherent thoughts that she had when presenting an award, and it's this kind of little diatribe by Anna Nicole Smith that makes others that we played seem like they're her being philosophic now, Terry.
We work it, we groove it, we have it. They don't.
Right.
They got the red.
Sure.
We got the groove.
I got it.
We got the move.
We thought that was interesting back in the day, but
no
it
joke.
is certainly topped, Terry, by last night's little statement by Anna Nicole Smith.
Wow.
And if I ever record an album, I want this guy to produce mine. Make me beautiful duet.
All right.
Because he's freaking genius.
Wow. Have another drink,
Well, now,
honey.
one of two things is happening here.
What's that?
Either she's faking, which this is the only time Anna Nicole Smith gets attention when things like this happen, and she knows that. Mm-hmm, Either she's acting like a college freshman trying to fit in when you fake being drunk, Terry, which is possible.
Yeah.
All right, it's so ridiculous that, hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
Or she's more loaded than ever, Terry. I don't know what the answer is.
I think B.
Okay, I'll agree with Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know.
It's the only way you can sit through a show like the Annas that's on the E! Network. Is that still on? Are they just still showing reruns for the next 6 years?
I don't know.
I think it's still on. I'm always shocked when I see commercials for it.
All right, the fact that nobody knows that Anna Nicole Smith still has a show on E! tells us a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, Raymond?
Yes, they are still showing repeats.
Repeats, but they're not making any new shows, are they?
No, they did 2 seasons of it.
Oh, they going to make a third season? Probably not.
Probably not.
All
She
right.
just got in a fight with Kid Rock at some horse race. Which one was it?
It was Ducky Derby.
Yeah, it was like recent, though.
Yeah, well, that was
that's
back
a
in
new
May. It's
Yeah.
not that recent.
Well, this year, though.
All right. They had a season this year.
Yeah.
But are they going to have another season is the question. Probably not. I don't think this season's ratings were really very good at all. All right, and the fact that no one knows whether she still has a show tells us a lot.
Yeah, who's this now?
Yeah, now she's skinny. Like, who cares?
All right.
I was honored to be on our Next performer's new video.
Right. Who is the performer? Does anyone know? I think it's Kanye West.
Kanye West.
I'm assuming because I think she's on his video. And I don't know of any other person's video she's on, but that's all right.
Next performer's new video.
Right.
And if I ever record an album, I want this guy to produce mine. Make me beautiful.
All right, so the fact that she couldn't finish the word "my" makes me think that she's not faking, because no one would even attempt to not be able to finish the word "my."
Right.
"My" is a one-syllable word. Usually, no matter how drunk or stoned you are, you can get through it.
It's one of the really tough one-syllable words. I mean, don't sell it short.
It's one of those one-syllable words that goes on for longer than it needs to. For a two-letter word, it kind of extends out there. You don't need that when you're drunk.
Yeah, it's not like cup. That's easy.
Ma.
Yeah.
It has no true ending.
Right.
When it ends in a vowel sound, Terry, it has no finishing point.
She ran out of breath.
Ma.
And if I ever record an album,
Right.
I want this guy to produce mine. Make me beautiful duets.
You can actually hear people in the audience laughing when she can't finish the word "my."
Or like rooting for her to keep going, too. Come on, making the grass out of yourself.
She struggled on album, okay?
Record an album. I want this guy to produce mine. Make me beautiful duets. 'Cause he's freaking genius.
Okay. Yes.
Brooks and Dunn sitting there shaking their heads.
I know.
Did anyone see
Why are
this?
we here?
Did anyone see this live on the AMAs last night?
Gosh, no.
They preempted Desperate Housewives for this, Terry.
Really?
All right.
Well, hey, was it worth it, you think?
I don't know.
No.
Yes, Jimmy Fred.
Well, she's not doing live shows anymore, but she did have a live special on the E! Channel, the Anna Nicole Show special, Anna Goes to Camp.
Okay.
It's a 60-minute special.
She never
where
did
went to camp.
live shows.
I mean,
All right, anyway.
they're not even new shows.
No.
New is one of those tough one-syllable words, too.
Sure. Well. And this is not drugs. This is not the drug sound, Terry. This is drunk. This is overwhelming amounts of alcohol sound. I know the difference, trust me.
Make me beautiful duets.
Or maybe not. This part sounds like alcohol.
I want this guy to produce mine.
Yeah, that sounds like alcohol.
And so does this part.
And if I ever record an album,
Right there,
Yeah.
that's the clearest evidence we have of alcohol. She was backstage drinking tons of Crown. There's no doubt about it.
Shot after shot after shot.
Well, if there's anything holy in this world, let her record an album. Please, I'm begging you.
what?
Oh, what now?
Album.
I've never heard of such a thing. What is it now?
That's an album.
Oh. Stephen, did you watch the AMAs last night?
I didn't. I saw little bits and pieces of it, but I missed that part.
You were still coming down from the high of seeing Toby Keith over the weekend, Stephen?
That is true.
A little hick with spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle you.
That's right.
That's right, you did.
He was
Live at the Tacoma Dome.
Oh, jeez.
watch
He was
out.
so excited because he got to see Toby Keith live at the Tacoma Dome on Saturday night.
Really.
That was fun for the whole family, wasn't it, Stephen?
The whole family enjoyed it, yeah.
Wow!
Did you get his autograph?
Did all your Jesus Land friends have a good time, Stephen?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, goody. That's
he's
terrific.
good.
I'm very
It's a
happy
good
for
show.
you. I'm realizing that Stephen is a man who was able to witness a performer that is certainly a hard ticket. Oh, geez. Was it sold out, Stephen?
I don't know if it was sold out. It looked pretty full and sold out, but I can't confirm whether it was or not.
Oh, did you see any empty seats?
No. but,
Okay.
Then I mean, I don't know what they have covered up, and things like that. But
Well, they had a big blanket over a whole section.
They didn't. But
Okay.
But I'm
T-Man,
not gonna.
to my knowledge, it was sold out. How about that for an answer?
But I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's possible you could have gotten tickets. I
Well,
don't
did
know.
you see on the marquee of the Tacoma Dome, which certainly has a nice 80s neon look, did you see them saying tickets on sale now?
No, it said lots full though.
It said what? Lots full?
Yeah.
Okay.
Parking.
But no tickets on sale messages.
There was no on sale messages. No.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So to park on the street.
Oh, jeez. Had to watch.
But it's free.
Yeah.
It actually was free. It was good.
A lot of black people at this concert.
In fact, there was.
Really? I'm sure so much that they had to get a... Well.
We were on the floor. In fact, the guy right in front of the stage was Willie, who works downstairs here.
And he was enjoying Toby Keith.
Yes, he was.
Are you
I mean, he was working there. I mean, he was,
okay. He was working.
He was security.
Right. He had to think long and hard about taking that job, by the way.
Yeah. A lot of people at that concert were selling shirts, right? It's working there.
I'm sure it's against every principle he has to protect the whole group of rednecks that were there, Steve.
No, I told him I'd burn him a CD so he could have his own copy.
Okay, so aside from Willie, who was there because he was being paid to be there, and I'm sure they had to pay him handsomely to be there, because Willie is handsome, and that's how you have to pay him. Now, aside from that.
Yeah, actually, I did see. I mean, not many, obviously, but...
No. Didn't think so. Not a huge draw to Toby Keith. Did you count the cowboy hat, Stephen? You got tired at
you get tired
he
after
had
a
his
while.
own on,
People wear 10-gallon hats?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you
my
really suit those
gosh.
up?
How about those Wrangler jeans? Did you throw on a pair?
Geez.
See, my plums fit right in at this place. You can wear tight jeans.
Yeah, you can.
Stephen was
That's a
amongst
big
many
deal.
plums like his own.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
So it was a.
I didn't wear my hat, though. I don't have boots, so...
Oh, you don't? Wow.
Was it a landmark night for you as far as this entire year is concerned, Stephen? Does it stand out on the calendar? Is it something you look back on for years to come, or what?
Well, I mean, it was a great show.
Okay.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It's not for everybody, but it...
You think? All right, anyway.
I did there. He's got a lot of hits.
Did you light your...
And he has a legion of fans, Terry.
Yeah.
Stephen's leading the charge. President of the Toby Keith.
I mean, Puyallup was closed for the day, so,
Wow.
you know.
Whoa.
Says it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does. God. Did he pick on the Dixie Chicks? Really rip them good?
He didn't.
Oh.
Was there an opening act?
There was. Terry Clark.
Oh, Terry Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Your new hit, Girls Lie Too. That's good.
You got there in time?
I did.
Even though the lots were full?
Even though it was amazing, because, yeah, I didn't think we were, but...
Did you go with your wife?
Yes.
Wow.
You know, he does like to hang out with his wife. Remember, he said that.
Did she,
we had a great weekend, a movie, a concert.
Did you and her have such a good time that she got inspired to give you some good hillbilly sex over the rest of the weekend, or what?
It's hillbilly sex all the time. Just nonstop.
Oh, why should I have been so foolish? I should have realized that Toby Keith isn't needed to allow them to have great weekend hillbilly sex. That's terrific then there, Stephen.
Are you kidding me?
And
It
the
didn't start until
plums
9.
were-
It was the latest I've been up in months.
Plums were put to good use then. There you go.
Right.
Very happy for you. That was at the Tacoma Dome over the weekend, Terry. They went
Yes.
from high school football playoffs in the morning
Yeah, to
Toby Keith in the evening. That was Tacoma Dome being used for great purposes, don't you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'm sure many of the high schoolers stuck around. Well, maybe they did. I don't know.
Could have.
Okay.
Wait till the RV show this weekend. Oh, yes.
That's a good one this weekend.
Oh, gosh.
Who's opening at that one, Stephen?
The boat show.
Tony Clark?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, her name is Terry Clark.
Terry Clark. Oh, it's a woman?
Yeah, it was a woman.
Wow.
Hey, get your country western singers straight. Okay?
Got it now, Terry. I'm learning.
We don't call it country western anymore.
Oh, sorry.
What's it called?
Just country.
Oh.
You dropped the Western?
I think we got rid of the western a few years
Did you start
ago.
getting embarrassed of the Western, or what? Why'd you drop the Western? When was that meeting? Why?
I think it was embarrassing. No, I don't know.
Oh.
I wasn't at the meetings then.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't into it then.
Hey, John Wayne, long gone. Let's move on. Is that what pretty much the discussion was, or
I
what?
think so, yeah.
Okay.
All righty then.
Well, what else is going on, Terry? Even though nothing else really compares.
It's tough
I
to beat
know,
that, huh?
and so I feel bad giving you this news because, like you said, nothing compares to that.
Yes, go ahead.
I mean, Paris Hilton hanging out with her ex-brother-in-law and kissing him? Come on.
Says who?
Apparently she was...
Well, they're at the Toby Keith concert, Terry. It brings out the romance in everyone.
I guess so.
So
Apparently
Nikki Hilton gets her marriage annulled
Right.
from Todd Meister,
Yes, from Toddy.
and now Paris has been seen in public kissing him. Is that what you're telling me?
And hanging out with him, hitting the clubs all over New York.
Mm-hmm.
And at one place they say that that's when they had their little moment of kissing.
As a matter of fact, I think some of the paparazzi overheard and Paris Hilton whispering into Todd Meister's ear the following, Terry.
And if I ever record an album, I want this guy to produce mine. Make me beautiful duets.
So was anyone lynched at the Toby Keith concert there, Stephen?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh,
no.
good.
That should have been the opening act. You like gay marriage? Get up here.
We're just jealous, Tim. We didn't have tickets.
That's exactly how it is, too. Pretty much have it pegged.
What's that? We're
That's
jealous?
what country western's all about.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
What's, never mind. I'm lost. Anyway, so is Paris Hilton denying that she was in public kissing her sister's, I don't know if you consider him an ex-husband, but obviously close enough.
Yeah, ex-brother-in-law.
Ex-brother-in-law, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is she acknowledging that this happened, or is she denying and saying those pictures, those photographs of me with my tongue down his throat, we're taking that out of context?
Well, according to this news story, she hasn't said anything about it as of yet, but I'm sure in the next couple of days she'll either deny it or say, you know.
Well, the video will be out just in time for Christmas, Terry.
Yeah, it will.
There you go, and I'll be first online.
Me and the Maestro.
I'll be first online at the Cinerama.
Woohoo.
Like I am already for Fahrenheit 9/11 and a half.
Okay.
I'm online already, Terry, don't you know? I'm doing the show live from Cinerama.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, your butt's going to be sore.
Well, you heard the news. It's coming out in 2, maybe 3 years, so I figure I get online now.
Yeah.
Like the Star Wars fans would.
Of course they would.
And Toby Keith is opening, Terry, for
Wow.
Fahrenheit 9/11 and a half.
Wow.
Toby Keith?
Yeah.
What a guess.
He's not.
Stephen, how many hours of a performance did he put on for you?
Probably like 2.5, maybe?
Oh.
2 hours? 2 to 2.5.
It's too bad it wasn't in the Key Arena. You could have coerced some of the management here to let you have the company suite, and you and all of your little hillbilly friends could have had a big old Saturday night fiesta.
Just me and dragging my wife to it.
It was just you and your wife? I thought you went with a whole family bunch there.
A whole family bunch? No.
Yes. Well, how many people went?
It was my wife and I.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
I thought you said you went with others.
Did I say I went with others?
You were at the Toby Keith concert with just you and your wife, no one else.
Yes.
Why is this hard to answer?
Well, yeah, I mean, there was people there that we knew, but we didn't go with them.
Well, maybe you didn't drive in the same car, but you saw people there that you knew.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
Who were those people?
Friends of mine.
All right. Can you be any more vague here? Is there a reason that you're covering
The
up?
reason is because his friend said, don't tell anybody I went to Toby Keith concert.
Exactly.
You promise you won't talk about this on the air, right?
No, but it was somebody...
Why is there anything to be embarrassed about? You went to one of the hottest concerts in this area.
Well, I don't know. It was
So hot, it's cool.
No, it was somebody that works here. Somebody that works here went to the concert, but we didn't go together. They just ended up having the tickets. So,
All right, who was that?
our former intern, Jessica.
Mm-hmm. She was there, and no one else that you know.
Well, I'm sure there were other people that I knew there, but that was it. I mean, Willie was there. I know Willie.
No family members were in the building but you.
No family members were in the building but me, yes.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's terrific. So I guess you didn't need a suite. You have nobody.
Well, if I had a suite, I could have filled it.
Oh.
Oh.
He just would have laid down.
He would have surrounded himself with foot-long hot dogs. That would have been terrific.
She was beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world.
Check it out. Traffic Jam.
What's up, America?
Has the paparazzi gone too far again?
Oh.
This time it is Cameron Diaz who dukes it out with a photog.
Right.
It started innocently. Cameron with boyfriend Justin Timberlake leaving Hollywood's Chateau Marmont Hotel.
The photographers tell
Did
us.
you hear about this, Terry?
Yes,
Cameron
I did.
Diaz punched out 2 male photographers, Terry, with her, well, all that weight she has behind her right cross. I knew sooner or later it was going to get somebody in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's happened. Too many photographers were impeding on her personal space, and they got what was coming to them. Of course, now, in turn, the 2 photographers who were laid out like bitches, Terry, they were just flattened, battered, bruised from pillar to post by Cameron's unbelievable force. She is being sued by those photographers now.
Yes.
That's the word that has just come out over the past 24, maybe 48 hours, Terry. So they're fighting back after they were fought back on themselves. It's a never-ending battle.
It started innocently. Cameron with boyfriend Justin Timberlake leaving Hollywood's Chateau Marmont Hotel.
I mean, that's 2 people you don't want to get upset, right?
Oh, yeah.
Cameron Diaz backed by her boyfriend, all of 5'5", Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. I'm sure he had her back.
Let's
Yeah.
take the pictures from a distance. We don't want to piss them off. Come on, Johnson. I know we usually get aggressive, but not today, where our lives are at stake.
The photographers tell us that when Cameron and Justin came out, they started screaming at the photographer. Oh. And what eventually happened is that Cameron lunged at the photographer, hit him a couple of times, and took his camera.
Man.
These pictures in Us Magazine.
They both agree that Cameron could do more damage than Justin could, so she took on the physical responsibilities of defending the couple.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Justin just had a manicure. He didn't want to hit anybody.
That's right. Not to mention the facial. Don't forget the facial.
Okay.
These pictures.
I'm getting a facial today.
These pictures in Us Magazine on newsstands Friday show she's lost her shoe, but Cameron's got the camera.
My shoe!
This is an actress who has trained in martial arts.
Oh, jeez.
For movies like Charlie's Angels. She's a tough chick.
All right, you really think she learns that much from practicing the part of whoever she was in Charlie's Angels that she's now with hands that are lethal weapons?
Well, I
Come on.
lethal weapons, but I'm sure she has a few moves, that she learned.
I don't have a few moves. We all could do the crane from Mr. Miyagi's teaching, Terry.
Well, but these photographers weren't prepared for her little moves.
Right.
So,
they
were ambushed.
Oh, jeez.
This is an actress who has trained in martial arts.
Sure.
For movies like Charlie's Angels. She's a tough chick.
She's deadly.
Cameron's attorney says the actress was just acting in self-defense.
Wow. Well, that's not what the photographers say, Terry.
Yes, I know
they
that.
say they were brutally attacked and may never recover.
Oh, no. Beaten up
So
by Cameron.
We'll have to see how this plays out in a court of law where our taxpayer dollars will be going to a good cause.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hear that she did return the camera to him, but took away the film and everything.
Wow. Well, Terry, what's a camera without the film?
I don't know.
Huh? You need
nice,
you need the film.
Yeah.
Okay.
She gave it back, though.
Wow.
Yeah, that was nice of her.
You would have kept it for your stash, Stephen?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why be nice at that point,
I wonder how you do it, Stephen. Being attacked by the paparazzi every day, I don't know how you keep a even keel little head there of yours.
How do you sneak out,
Okay, wait, no one's buying this.
Right.
No,
I'm
no
not even buying
no
it.
one's buying Stephen has a little head.
No, they've seen picture 49.
All right.
Could resist.
His head is proportioned with his body. That's saying a lot since he's got it. Oh, never mind. Let's do it. Anyhow, what else is going on, Terry? What else do you have there on this bright Monday morning?
Well, the CBS news producer who was responsible for doing the interruption on last week's CSI New York for Yasser Arafat's death.
Yes,
He's
I heard.
or he or she's been fired.
Is it a he or a she, Terry?
Does
This
not tell me.
I think I heard it's a he.
Okay.
And he's been canned.
Yes.
You don't interrupt the final 10 minutes of CSI where everything comes together. I've never seen one episode. I don't know.
But you're right. That's true. You don't.
You don't interrupt the final 10 minutes of CSI and get away with it. Don't expect to have a bit of employment in good standing if you do that. I mean, yes, you thought as a news journalist who's prepared all your life for big breaking stories that the death of a world leader was important.
Right.
But not as important as what happens at the end of CSI.
Yeah, because they get the DNA results back.
That'd be like interrupting the end of the Montel Williams show, and you never know who the real father is.
Right. No kidding.
All right.
Well, they say that this producer ignored explicit instructions to run a crawl at the bottom of the screen.
That's what they're saying now. He didn't have any instructions. He just thought this was the right thing to do, and he learned the hard way, as he's now paying with his job, that he was wrong. Because people called in like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure across the country, people were screaming at the screen, picked up the phone in a rage, and calling CBS, asking to get Dan Rather on the phone immediately. Was it Dan Rather who came on?
I don't know.
Who came on? Anyone? No, Dan Rather's not sitting around there, is he? He comes in once every 4 years now.
He's still counting votes, by the way.
Wow. So he's no longer employed.
No longer. Bye-bye, buddy.
By the way, they solved the crime on CSI.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
What a shocker. No one would have realized.
Yeah.
Man, that producer, that's got to be, I mean, you work all your life, all your studies go towards moments like these. You think you're doing the right thing, you get canned. The rest of your life, you're just going to be mumbling on a park bench, aren't you?
One small mistake.
Man, small mistake, Terry. The country was turned upside down when people were not sure how CSI ended. Hundreds of thousands of calls were answered by some $7 an hour employee sitting there at a switchboard at CBS. Overwhelmed, Terry, she was.
She's going, oh, my God, what do I do?
People saying words that she's never even heard. And she's heard them all.
Oh, boy.
Or so she thought. That's tough. It's a tough world.
They get rid of that guy, but keep the guy who forged documents. That's cool at CBS.
All right. Anyhow, Stephen, you won the election. Jeez, just move on with your life. Anyhow.
I'm just making a joke.
Right. It was very funny.
You can't do that?
What else? We're all dying of laughter. What else is going on, Terry? So that guy is now going to file for some unemployment.
Probably
All
so.
right. What else?
Here's an interesting little news story I found for you. Big bottom mannequins are the newest generation of mannequins that are popping up all over retail stores, especially in New York right now. They're starting.
So they're taking out all the normal size mannequins, and they're replacing them with the in thing, even though this has been in now for a number of years. They're finally coming to grips with the fact that big-bootied mannequins.
Yes. Big-bootied mannequins.
Big-bootied mannequins.
You don't have to say it anymore, T-Man!
Days.
Are bootylicious, so this story says.
Even plastic mannequins are now affected by obesity.
Wow, I know.
They were the last ones to say skinny up.
They were the last ones to fight the good fight of staying slender.
We don't even eat. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing this to us for?
And now they've lost the battle of obesity today. They're being replaced by big-ass mannequins.
Big-ass mannequins,
Huge-ass mannequins are now the rage, Terry. No one wants to see clothes on some waif mannequin.
No.
They want to see how it's going to fit my huge ass.
That's right. Pretty much.
That's what the shoppers are thinking themselves.
Well, and...
Terry, I wish Sir Mix-a-Lot were alive to see this day. It would have been very, very fulfilling for him to realize that after so many years, his words finally made an impact in mass society. Yeah. What? He's alive and well? Oh, good. Okay.
He's on line 72.
Oh, geez.
He wants to take his accolades now.
Wow.
No, he wants movie passes.
Oh, luckily we got him up on my sticker last week.
Yeah,
anyhow.
They say, in fact, one of the creative directors for the mannequin firm Goldsmith says that it's absolutely the trend, and that these mannequins look great, and there is a real sex appeal about them.
Wow. Amazing, Terry. So amazing that I can pretty much guarantee you don't want to interrupt one of those mannequins for a Yasser Arafat death message.
No, you don't.
I don't even know what that means. Anyhow, Terry, this is what's now.
It is.
What are they doing with all those skinny mannequins, by the way?
I don't know.
Are they donating them to any people that may want them?
I'm sure if we inquired, we could get you one or two.
No, it's not like I've never had a thing for mannequins, Terry. I'm fine. A normally adjusted male. Anyhow, so what are they doing with those mannequins?
It doesn't say.
Well, they got to be doing something with those mannequins.
I'm sure they are.
They're just keeping them around until people come to their senses. Is that what they're saying?
Well, actually, I agree with this. I think that these mannequins are probably more realistic, real life from what's going on.
Well, I'll
today.
tell you, the happiest person in the world is Andrew McCarthy that they're not making a mannequin free, Terry. He doesn't want to hang out with some big-ass actress all right. If anyone had actually seen the movie Mannequin, that would have been a hell of a joke. Anyhow,
I think we all saw it against our will.
Of course.
Come on. Oh, no one besides us has seen the movie Mannequin.
Come on. It's a good movie.
It's a good song.
A good movie? I don't know. You want the song?
Uh-oh.
Steven's learning.
Oh, I'm scared.
You know what song coincides as far as the theme of the movie Mannequin, right, Terry?
I'm trying to remember it.
Sing us a couple of parts. Come on.
I can't remember
Don't be
it
shy.
right now.
I know you sang at a karaoke over the weekend. Don't be shy, Terry.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
right.
Andrew McCarthy would just like some work.
Okay.
So if he has to work with Star Jones for Mannequin 3, he's in. Was this in honor of Star Jones' wedding, Terry?
No.
Have they decided to replace all the department store mannequins with big-ass mannequins?
Oh.
Yeah. Another song that I guarantee you Schwager has never heard, Terry.
It'll be at the end of the promo, I'm sure, at some point this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we already did Starship.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter, Stephen. We got to play the hits.
That's true. That's a good point.
Right.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Well, that's quite the offer. Right? Sure. It's very inspiring. Okay, 1-866-663-T-Man. Do I dare open the phones on a Monday morning, Terry?
Oh, you know, it could be kind of scary, but why not?
Well, nothing's going to stop us now, Terry.
That's right.
And if this world runs out of lovers, Terry...
Yeah? What happened?
We'll still have each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
You're on the air.
Me?
Yes, you.
I've seen Mannequin, T-Man.
Oh, wow. Can't believe...
Again, how old is this?
You're lying. You just wanted to get on the air. Don't fib.
Oh, wait. It's got the Sex and the City chick on it.
That's right. It does.
Yeah.
Before she even knew she was the Sex and the City chick. Yes. And a couple of more chocolate eclairs, and she'll be the actress they go with for Mannequin 3.
Right.
Are you noticing that even in this area they're starting to replace what was a normal-sized mannequin with big-ass mannequins? Are you noticing that? Because I have to take another look, Terry. I don't think they're doing it out here.
Well, they say that, it's mostly, it's more prevalent in New York right now.
In New York is where they're starting this frenzy, this new wave of big-ass mannequins. Are you excited they're putting big-ass mannequins in place of, they're kind of Wally Pippin, all the skinny mannequins? She has no idea what Wally Pippin is.
Okay. She knew mannequin.
Right. That was pretty good.
You have anything left to say? You're done. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
You want me? I'll be happy to have a big ass. I would, yeah.
Oh, she's pretending like she doesn't already, Terry.
Okay.
Can you make a weird sound now, please? Ow! You're on the air. Hello? Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
I just think that the girls would not feel jealous, like, of the big booty mannequins.
Well, apparently women's self-esteem these days is so at an all-time low that in order to get them to feel comfortable in a department store, you gotta fill the joint with huge-ass mannequins. Is that what it's come to, Terry? In order to make women feel comfortable in a shopping environment, you gotta make sure there's junk in the truck. You're on the air.
Hey, T.
Yes.
Went out to the Bond this weekend, and me and my wife were out shopping, and we noticed that. I go, hey, look at that mannequin had a big old ass.
You were actually taking note of that?
Yeah, they had it out there. So
well, that doesn't
that I
surprise
noticed.
me because Macy's in Manhattan has them, and Bond Macy's out here, of course, probably.
So it is taking over the country.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic, Terry.
An epidemic.
It is, Terry. I don't know how I feel about this. This could only add to the epidemic that is obesity, Terry. I mean, we're obviously surrendering, if you will, to the reality that as Americans, we're huge.
It's all right to have a big ass.
We're not looking back.
Yeah, we're huge and happy.
Oh, no, we can't.
And nothing's going to stop us now.
Especially in the drive-thru.
The T-Man. Here's to 5 miserable months on the wagon and all the irreparable harm that it's caused me.
Cube 93. Hey, what's up? It's Karen Wild from the Cube 93 New Music.
T-Man.
Jerry, when you're walking through a department store later this week, you may notice the piano playing has been replaced by this theme song. Yes.
Wow.
And I'm gonna sing a song for you.
Well,
And Bill's gonna show you a thing.
makes sense to me. And if you're just waking up and tuning in, we've all learned this morning that a decision has been made in department stores across this country. They're taking out all the skinny,
Bill Cosby coming at you with music.
all the ridiculous-looking mannequins that have, You must have just found a blouse, that woman.
It was on sale, too.
Right. All the unrealistic mannequins are being removed from department stores, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're not noticing it happening, the evolution of mannequins are such now that, according to Reuters news report, especially in New York City, but it's going to be happening all over the country, thin, unrealistic mannequins that you can't relate with any more than you can aliens these days, Terry. They're being replaced with, quote, I'm reading directly from the story that you read from, and I can't believe you didn't read this line to me, Terry. They're being replaced with bootylicious figures, clad in tight, low-rise jeans to better represent what's going on out there.
There you go.
Yeah, and actually, the reality is that it's overdue. It makes sense. There's no one that really looks like the mannequins in the stores, Terry.
Right.
Okay? That is unrealistic and stupid to have these skinny-looking, weird-ass mannequins up there when...
Bitches.
Yes. Oh, just...
Wow.
You right there, Stephen?
Oh, was that me?
Oh, just...
Did the mannequin do you wrong or what?
Stephen gets very offended. It says here in this story that credit to the recent changes must be given to Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce for the fresh emphasis on bigger and more round posteriors.
Woo, thanks.
So if you are bothered by the big-ass mannequins you'll be running into this holiday season, you can write to Beyonce and tell her to cut it out. Her body isn't so bootylicious after all. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Anyhow.
I did get burned by a mannequin once, though.
You got burned by one, Stephen?
Yeah.
You know, you'd probably think we'd want to hear the story.
You don't?
We have no interest.
Okay.
Unless he lit you on fire. If that's what you mean.
Which we gave him instructions to do years ago. All right, what happened? You're walking through the store.
Well, and there was this nice little sweater on one of the mannequins.
And you said...
Hey, I got it! And I'm gonna sing.
What happened, Stephen?
Well, and you know, I wanted one, and they said that they were out, but I could have the one on the mannequin. And of course, you go look at it; it's a medium. Thanks a lot.
So you lit it on fire?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, the person waiting on me said, "Well, you can take the one off the mannequin," but it was a medium.
Yeah. Where did the fire? Didn't you mention something about fire?
I got burned by one.
Oh, burned in that sense.
Yeah.
Coming at you with music and fun. And if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done.
That's not going to happen on this program.
In retrospect, my cute stories aren't cute.
A quote, it's absolutely the trend, said Dwight Critchfield, creative director for the firm that is providing the mannequins in department stores these days. These mannequins look great. And there's a real sex appeal about them.
Ooh, sexy. Like that big booty.
Their ass, Terry,
Yes.
must equal sex.
I guess so. Careful, though. If they're so sexy, you know, people might try and take them. Hey?
Well, Terry, you know that this is a trend that isn't going to end here. You're going to be very happy to notice that in a matter of no time, you're going to be seeing male mannequins with huge guts.
Ooh, sexy.
Those beer-drinking guts, Terry.
Yeah.
If they're going to make mannequins realistic, if they're going to make mannequins follow the trends, you're going to see big pot-belly mannequins.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Stephen, some would say you've been ready for the past decade. Unbelievable. What a story.
See how the clothes lay on the average person.
Well, it is good, though.
Other companies, they say, are now in a rush to follow suit and develop more realistic mannequins with large posteriors. Even Lane Bryant has skinny-ass mannequins in their store right now, Terry. Makes no sense, does it?
Right. No, not at all.
Well, this is now. This is wow. Enjoy your holiday season. What else is going on, Terry? What else is happening?
Oh, how about this? A dating agency in England has banned one of its members for being too successful with its ladies.
Said members.
A 55-year-old gentleman.
Yes.
By the name of Clive Worth has been banned because they put him in touch with about 200 women ages 35 to 55, and apparently he had sex with most of them and then didn't commit to any of them.
Wow.
So
if you're in a dating service and you pay the fees or whatever you got to do to remain a member in good standing, if you are someone who just has sex with the people that you go out and date, but you don't commit to any of them, that is grounds for dismissal.
Yes.
That is toying with these ladies' minds. These ladies have joined this dating service so they can meet their soulmate. They can meet Mr. Right. And if there's somebody tainting the pool of men, you'll be immediately shown the exit door.
Right.
That makes no sense, Terry.
Does
that mean that this dating service is telling the world that we're not allowing anyone out there to have any fun?
Well, they say that they removed him because he, quote, lacks commitment.
Well, hey, if you are able to figure out the real hidden part of the story here, Terry, these women are the ones who are half of the activity, right? They're the ones allowing this man access to having sex with them, right? Mm-hmm. So because they can't control themselves, and the dating service must realize that women are not able to control themselves in the presence of this man, they'll have no choice but to lay back and have sex with him because they're powerless in his company. They have to now tell him he's no longer allowed to be in the dating service.
Well, if he's telling the ladies...
Screw that!
Well, he did do that. But if he's telling the ladies, you know, for whatever reason, that, you know, hey, yeah, I like you. I mean, and that's why they're in the dating services, to find the commitment.
Right.
And then they find out, you know, hey, he's not ready to be committed to me, then...
The bottom line is, this is a handsome man in a world of women in this dating service that obviously...
Come on.
fit this profile.
And of course...
Well, let me then just say this, okay? If this is the way it's going to be, if they're going to execute your status in good standing as far as a dating service is concerned, well, then let us change the name of what this service really is. Let's not call it a dating service anymore. Let's call it a marriage service, all right?
Okay.
Either don't confuse people out there. If you sign up, you're signing up for a marriage service. We provide a service that gives you your best chance of finding a husband.
Well,
to ruin another good man's life out there.
I think, though...
This is not a dating service. It's a marriage service. No confusion allowed.
But you have to date first to get to know a few people before you find that right person. But you all have to be in the same mindset, right? It's a commitment.
Let me see that story right now. Let me see that story right now. I'll just hand it right over. That was nice.
Well, and he's like you. He's, you know, as you read further down, that he claims that the women are disgruntled because
I thought maybe you had the story wrong in some sense, Terry, but you are right on from what I'm reading here. This man is being told he is banned from this dating service because he's too successful with the ladies.
Yes, he's a stud.
He's just too successful with the ladies, and we can't have that in our dating service, which is the biggest false advertising in the history of business, Terry.
Wow.
It's a marriage service, and if you had any illusions, have none any longer.
I think most people who do dating services are looking to get married.
This guy took these ladies out for a dinner and then got them to be willing to let him show them the beast, and he gets in trouble for it, Terry.
He saw the beast, all right.
I'm signing up today.
It's not a beast service.
The most fascinating part about this is this man found it that there were women in this dating service that were worth screwing.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
And in your average dating service, Terry, I don't know if that is really the case.
Why not?
I don't know if the majority of women that sign up for a dating service are all, as far as the majority is concerned, at least, Terry, worth screwing.
Oh, come on. There's a lot of quality ladies in the dating service.
Well, unless you're falling in love with mannequins out there in the world.
It's not called lowered expectations for no reason.
Yeah. Is that the new name for it?
Yeah, there's a good reason for it.
Well, that is shocking, and it's wrong, Terry. This guy did nothing wrong but have consensual sex on a regular basis with the women who signed up for this dating. Why aren't all these women who had sex with this man thrown out? because they're the ones complaining. He had sex with me and made it seem like he was going to come in. Then you call me again. You guys suck. The dating service got overwhelmed with complaints.
Yes.
They got frightened by complaints by these chubby ladies, Terry, that felt they were wronged by one of the people in the pool of the dating service. And they threatened to go elsewhere, so they had to cut this guy's status. They had to flatline this guy's status because he's too good. He's too successful. Well, then I say, I'm fine with this, Terry. I'm fine with it as long as you change the name from dating service to marriage service. Yes, Stephen.
Doesn't the service set them up, though? I mean, they know how many dates he went out on.
Right, and that's what they said. They set him up with like 200 women.
They just keep thinking it wasn't working out with the women.
Yeah, they didn't think that he was just,
He hadn't found his soulmate yet.
Doing them.
Try again.
Yeah.
They came to a conclusion, Stephen, that this guy was not looking for a soulmate. He was looking to get laid, and he was too damn good at it.
Yeah. And that's not what the dating service is trying to do. Not setting up people just to get laid.
Well, I have an issue, Terry, and I'm willing to represent this man in a court of law, that he has been wrongfully terminated from what was a great time in his life. Is that a reason to ban a man from a dating service? You tell me. Is that a reason? Be honest with me. That is a reason to ban a man from a dating service? Because too consistently, he would go out on dates, charm these women to the point where they were ready to screw him, and then never... How is that a fraud?
Because he's posing like he's going to commit to somebody.
How are you posing as anything?
A
dating service, when you call it a dating service, leaves it wide open to all kinds of characters.
It does,
if it was a marriage service, Terry, and then this man was in there representing a man who wanted to get married and then acted like this, then maybe I could understand your point. But they call it a dating service.
Well, I'm sure in all the paperwork...
You think he deserved to be axed?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Got quite the spree out of it.
Yeah, he did.
Not enough. It's never enough. And he should have gotten more.
I mean, really, he's just... I mean, that just kind of shows that he...
This just shows a level of unwillingness to act accountable for your actions as women, Terry. And that's sad. Where's the accountability, Terry, of these hundreds of, you're saying it's hundreds? Is that what you saw in this story?
200.
200 women he had sex with?
No, they set him up with at least 200 women, and the majority of them he had sex with.
And then didn't commit to 55. And then he wouldn't commit to any of them.
Yes, and he didn't commit to any of them.
55.
35, yeah, it says
55.
This was a dating service for older people.
Yeah.
And this dude was having sex with women in the range of 35 to 55 and then wouldn't call them, or he would move on to the next person in the dating service. And you're telling me that they had every right to axe him as far as his status in the dating service. Well, you are obviously smoking.
No, I'm not.
Something very crafty
I'm
this morning.
sure that in their paperwork somewhere it says that we're trying to get people who are committed and want to find the right person.
The dating service said that continual complaints came from disgruntled women who traveled, met with him, wound up sleeping with him, and then got angry when he didn't follow through with promises for commitments.
See?
And that's his fault.
When he says, "Oh yeah, baby, I'll be your man for life," and then
that's life, Terry.
Oh, come on!
You know what? That's life, and women in 2004 should be more aware. Terry, what you're doing, whether you realize it or not, you're trying to do your best to defend women, and that's nice and it's sweet. But what you don't realize here is that you are painting women in a bad light, that they're not wise enough to be able to see through some hack. I'm sure he's some hack. But he's smart enough to get himself in a dating service with desperados.
Oh, see, now you're the one who's calling them desperados.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's taking advantage of them, and hey, they should see it coming.
Well, the thing is that it's not like
I was told by the manager of this dating service that this wouldn't be what it's like.
Yeah, you have to admit, Terry, 35 to 55 are a little more desperate.
Oh, but wait a minute. Yet this guy, he has to use a dating service to get action? I mean, isn't that a little desperate?
Whatever it takes, Terry. You know what?
I mean, he can't pull it on his own?
Well, he's pulling it on its own, whatever that means, Terry.
No, not really. He's not.
Okay,
because
we're pulling it on his own. He's getting laid.
Right.
Because he has to go through a dating service just to get a pool of women interested in him. And then he takes advantage.
exposing him to more women as opposed to actually having to go out there and work and going to clubs and talking to random women that may or may not be interested in.
Well, it's the same for ladies.
These are nice, vulnerable women all clumped together.
No. It's the same thing for ladies. They don't want to have to go to the clubs and deal with these obnoxious, greasy men.
Okay, so because of this, you think it was perfectly within the right of the dating service to ax this man as far as his status?
Yes.
Unbelievable you think that. Unbelievable.
So if a guy says, I want a commitment, it's okay to sleep with him on the first date. But if he says, I'm just doing this to have sex, it's not.
One more time.
Terry was taking a deep breath.
How many guys are going to say, okay, I'm just in it to have sex? They're not.
What about all these men that you screwed through the years, Terry? Do you think maybe you broke a heart or two because you were unwilling to commit back in the day, or do you want to commit to every guy that did? Oh, never mind. Anyway.
Well, I think...
I'm sure that somewhere in your wake is a man that felt violated by you. All right, maybe not. 1-866-663-T-Man. You're on the air. Hello.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. But you kind of answered my question. I had a question for Terry. That every man that she dated in the past, was she committed to him before giving up the booty? I mean, that's what I want to know. But you kind of answered the question.
Well, Terry had no one to blame. These women have somebody to blame. They have someone to yell at. They yell at the manager or the administration of this dating service. How dare you set me up like that? I feel worse than ever. You were supposed to raise my self-esteem and find me a husband. At least the department stores are helping.
Oh.
I've seen big-ass mannequins in their store. But you people are the devil.
Well, I think that, yes, when you go to a service that is providing a date, then, yes, you have to look at them and say, okay, why are you polluting this pool?
Why are these women apparently going to this service to meet a husband, Terry? Why are they so willing to have sex with a man before any true level of commitment is established? Why should they blame anyone but the person that they see in the mirror?
I'm sure they are saying, why did I do that so soon?
I'm talking about the woman in the mirror.
However,
her to make
I think
that change.
they also can
make that change. Oh my God. Could be if
you want to make this world a better place,
take a look at yourself, Terry, and make the change, as opposed to trying to get the administration of a dating service to do your dirty work. You're on the air.
Make that
change. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Heaven forbid Stephen shouldn't contribute to an 80s song moment.
That's just time to shine.
You're on the air. Hello.
Promo today.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
If you want I just want to say that they're providing a dating service, not a marriage service.
Well, that's what it's called. It's called a dating service. Until they change.
And this man did nothing more than go on a few dates with a few women.
A few? 200? That's
and
a few?
Last time I checked, it takes two.
It does, and I'm not saying that the women, were foolish, but they But I think that, for the dating service, he's a fraud because he's kind of his intention is
How
not
can that
the
be
women.
A fraud if the man is going on dates?
Yes.
He's not committing to marry.
Terry, if he was raping these women, obviously he would have to be kicked out of the service and maybe then some. But that's not the case. It takes two to tango. These women were more than willing and ready to tango, and he gets in trouble for it.
But
you know what? As men, I'm glad you called, sir. As men, we have to stand up and not allow this to happen. Our rights are being infringed upon. We're being discriminated because we are seen as the bad person out of the two that were more than willing to tangle here, Terry. All right? And if we allow this to continue, before you know it, who knows? We'll be thrown in gas chambers as men together by women. You got to stop it at the source, Terry. You got to stop it at the first sign of trouble. There is no good reason. There is no good reason that you can tell me that this man deserved to be thrown out of this dating service. He was too nice, he was too sweet, he was too charming, and these older women were too mesmerized by him.
He lied.
So because of that, he's a danger? No. He'll be missed, by the way, Terry. He'll be missed.
Will he now?
Mm-hmm. It's the best thing these women had.
Oh, God.
It's not his fault. I mean, he's so, wanted and cool. And
here's a man who's claimed, he's claiming that he's gotten lots of ass from a dating service in his own right. You want to talk to him?
Sure.
You're in a dating service, sir?
Yes.
And tell us about your.
I was on like 7 different ones, and they got different ones.
Well, you're a rookie as far as this man's concerned, but that's all right. Tell us about your experiences, sir. Yes, go ahead.
They got ones out there just to get laid.
Mm-hmm.
Is it called Just to Get Laid dating service?
No, I don't even remember what they're called, but
they never are, Terry.
Where I was working too dang much to go out to the bars. It's easier to get at the bars, but if you just get online, you don't even have to pay nothing. They come to you.
Mm-hmm.
All those women just want it.
And as women, Terry, you should realize just because you're in the comfort of a dating service doesn't mean you shouldn't have your guard up. And don't blame other sources because you allowed a man to have sex with you and then you got duped. You're not supposed to be in some protected confines of this secure, guaranteed world. I had sex with this man. He's supposed to marry me. What happened? Screw you all. I'm going to quit your dating service. I can't believe they caved into the pressure.
Well, they did.
Sad. Troubling. Wrong. Sad. What is this?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to turn you on.
Robert Palmer, yeah.
That's this guy's theme song.
The late Robert Palmer.
It's not his fault.
You're on the air.
Hey, guys.
Yes.
T-Man, Terry, you're normally the voice of reason.
That is. Well, that's saying a lot.
Oh, you really are. But here's the thing. Every time you open your mouth right now to defend women in this, you are making women look so naive and so stupid. It really almost ties in with that. Do you remember the story?
She doesn't feel that way.
About the supposed police officer telling women to go to their windows and undress? It's that same kind of mentality. Women are coming off looking naive and dumb, and especially in this story right here.
Terry doesn't agree. As a matter of fact, she's rolling her eyes at you, sir.
Hey, T-Man, one other thing. I smell a rat in this deal right here because there is no way that all of these women all of a sudden just called into the station or called into this company to complain about one guy.
You got it, sir. It's been us all
Yeah, it
along.
wasn't us.
Yes.
I think something was going on where they saw the amount of dates this guy was going on, and they probably did some investigation on their own. But there is no way that all of these women, heck, they have no idea of how many dates he's been on in this, and there's no way that they all just called in, because of a single complaint.
Well, his name is Clive Worth, and I'm hoping that by the end of the year, Terry, this is going to be the Clive Worth dating service after he sues Terry and is so successful that he owns the property that is this dating service. Wrongful discharge. We know you didn't, Clive! With a name like Clive, you're already ahead of the game.
Right, how could you not?
With a last name of Worth, you know that almost closes the deal.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is buy him a drink and an appetizer and you're home.
Wow.
Not even dinner, huh? Wow.
Oh, Clive. What's that, Clive? We know you didn't, Clive! It's all right!
Those of you taping the show, we're making a pretty good mixtape today.
The T-Man.
Why can't I just have a normal boyfriend? Why? Just a regular boyfriend who doesn't go nuts on me.
Everybody wants that, dear. It doesn't exist.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
We, the jury, in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Scott Lee Peterson, guilty of the crime of murder of Lacey Denise Peterson.
Oh, geez.
That's how Scott Peterson.
Terry, did you hear about this? This happened on Friday. This happened right after the show ended for the weekend. We didn't get to talk about this over the past couple of days, but me and Hotshot were relieved because if they didn't come back with a guilty verdict, we would have rioted, Terry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you and everybody else.
And even though I could have used a new TV,
right.
looting may not be the best
Route to take? No.
Route to take in life. It depends on your philosophy.
Just want to run down the street with an armful of jeans.
Mm-hmm. It's always been a dream of mine as well. It's amazing we're having the same fantasies.
Oh, my God.
This was obvious a case that even though it was circumstantial evidence, Terry, this man was guilty of sin. Yeah. And if this jury couldn't come back with a guilty verdict, me and Hotshot were going to start the riot, and we were going to hope that it would have just build momentum from there.
Ah.
Yes.
In the streets.
But that doesn't have to happen. Justice was served.
That's how Scott Peterson heard the jury's dramatic verdict, guilty of first-degree murder.
We, the jury, further find the degree of the murder to be that of the first degree.
Oh. Scott Peterson stared ahead, emotionless, as the verdict...
Did you hear the moans when they came back with first-degree murder? That was the surprise of the day. Everyone thought that maybe if they were going to find him guilty, it would be second-degree murder. It'd be easier for the jury to, with some shadow of a doubt in their minds, be able to sleep at night knowing they sent him away for basically life, but gave him second-degree murder. But now what they're saying is, hey, the death penalty's on the table. Mm-hmm. We want him to shake for the next 2 weeks. I don't think they'll give him the death penalty, but hey, they made a point. They could have gone for second-degree murder, but they gave him first. Yes, Stephen.
Well, finally they got 2 jurors in there that felt that way, and that's
the new way to go about a jury and court case. You just replace all the jurors that disagree.
Right, until you get all of them to agree.
Until you get them all in a unanimous state.
Scott Peterson stared ahead, emotionless, as the verdicts were read. One juror glared at him.
Emotionless, Terry. Only a sociopath could have been emotionless when told that he had killed his wife and unborn child. Say only confirms what we already knew. Men's cold and calculating and a murderer.
You could hear gasps and weeping from both of the families. Oh. Jackie Peterson, Scott's mother, wept uncontrollably.
Oh, geez.
And this is how huge crowds outside the court reacted as they heard the verdict on loudspeakers.
Oh.
Wow.
As Scott Peterson's mother, Jackie, was escorted from the court, people in the crowd heckled and taunted her.
All right, now that's not necessary. This is the mom of she knows that her child is going to be, at best, sent away for the rest of his life. He's going to die in prison. And even after that verdict was confirmed, people are still outside heckling her in what has to be her most difficult moment in the history of her life.
Yep.
Hope they fry your son!
I know, isn't that nice?
One person shouted, "You must be very proud of your son." Another shouted, "May he rot in hell." The jury's full verdict was guilty of first-degree murder of Lacey Peterson, and guilty of second-degree murder of their unborn son, Connor.
All right, well, so there you go.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned, that brings it all to an end, whether they find that he should be put to death. Well, to me, it's not a story anymore. Well, it's going to be a huge story, but I think it's pretty much a done deal. He'll be sent away for the rest of his life without any opportunity for parole, and that's justice in this case.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, if for some reason he happened just coincidentally to be fishing on the body of water where his wife and kid turned up and he's innocent, well, that's just bad luck. Sorry, go to prison. You still go to prison.
Right.
Coloring your hair blonde, taking all your cash, and going to prison. That's also bad luck.
There's a lot of bad luck.
Yeah, a lot of bad luck. And the fact that he was on the internet a few days earlier checking the tides.
Right.
Seems a little too coincidental. Okay, high tide is on Christmas Eve. That sounds like a good day.
Right.
Not tying class, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Buying a boat with cash a few weeks earlier.
Jeez.
Getting a 2-day fishing license.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm only hungry 2 days out of the year.
I feel pretty comfortable with the guilty verdict after all this, all right?
Yep, absolutely.
But on a happier note, you know what I learned during the break, Terry? I know you have a pile of stories there you're dying to get to, and I know there's some callers waiting, and I'm going to get to them shortly, all the lines that are holding.
Okay.
But this is very important stuff. You know what James Frederick R. Riemann did over the weekend?
No. Do I want to know?
Well, you might want to know, Terry. As a matter of fact, it's going to be hard for me to make fun of him for this situation, but believe me, we'll find a way.
Okay.
I was going to say.
I was informed through my sources.
Wow, sources.
Of which, Terry, you know, you've learned the hard way that I have plenty.
Plenty,
there's
yes.
too many.
I have learned through the radio grapevine.
Damn sources.
That over this weekend,
Thought we took care of all of them.
Right.
James Frederick R. Raymond had what he calls romantic night with his new wife.
Wow.
Now, you guys don't even know what that means, and yet you're cackling like idiots.
Sounds great, though.
Any chance to cackle like idiots.
Stammen, are you even curious to inquire as to what, quote-unquote, romantic night is?
What is romantic night?
Oh, jeez. I'm glad you asked. Why don't you inform everyone there, Jimmy Fred, as to what romantic night entails? And I'm very excited. I'm very happy for you. I'm very moved by the notion that you and your wife on, what was it, Saturday night?
That is correct.
Who said it's all right for fighting? He had romantic night, Terry.
Romantic night.
Let me see if I got my information correct.
Is it the Riemann-style romantic night?
It's the Riemann-style romantic night, Terry. And you know what? After hearing about this, we could all take a lesson from the Riemann.
Really?
Wow.
Thank you, T-Man.
No. But you're laughing, though.
Well, Terry, I can't help but laugh. But, the truth is, I laugh because I cry on the inside because I didn't think of romantic night.
Okay.
It's called romantic night, right? I got that correct?
Oh, that's what it's been dubbed, yes.
Wow.
Is it the first one, or is there like a lot of them?
No, there's been plenty.
It's romantic. Well, he's only been married a good, what? How long have you been married now? 3 or 4 months?
A little over, about 4.5 months.
But while you were...
There was a wooing period as well.
The wooing period of 6 months. There's been a few romantic nights.
That is correct.
All right, let me see if I got my information right. You tell me if I went wrong anywhere. Romantic night.
Romantic.
Is you go out to dinner with your lovely bride. She's still a newlywed bride, right?
Yeah.
And then, as opposed to going home, you go 5 minutes down the road to a nice hotel and you stay the night.
You mean like Red Roof Inn? What?
Right, Terry.
No, like the Westin.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice downtown hotel.
But it's fascinating to me when your house, 5 minutes away, you say, screw the house! Screw the bedroom with the satellite dish at our feet.
Now it makes sense.
We are going to go to a fine hotel and continue romantic night as only we can do.
Ding, ding.
Is that correct? Did I nail romantic night? And am I now the person who has a lack of romance today because I have never had romantic night? I've never said to myself, hey, we're in the town where we live.
Right.
But let's go to a nice hotel as opposed to going to our bedroom tonight.
It's living in our own.
Yeah, normally you do that with other women. I mean, why don't you do that with your wife?
Let me ask you if I was accurate. Is that the extent of romantic night?
Well, we got to the hotel early in the afternoon.
Yeah, so it's a whole day.
We walked around, yes.
You check in. Well, check-in time is at 3. You might as well take advantage if you're paying the full rate, Terry.
I guess so.
Check-in is at 3. You check in.
We walked around downtown.
You walk around downtown.
Did a little shopping.
Mm-hmm. Then you go to dinner.
We went to a very nice restaurant.
Oh, very nice.
I would say one of the top 2 or 3 in the city of Seattle.
Wow.
All right. And then you go back to your suite, your room.
Correct.
And you make you make sweet love in the hotel, and that is the description. That is the criteria. That is the makeup of romantic night. You gotta throw up your fingers like this when you say romantic night.
Romantic.
It doesn't work well on the radio, Terry, but you gotta realize, ladies and gentlemen, that when you say romantic night, you have to make those stupid quote signs with your fingers.
Romantic night.
So, Stephen, if you're upstairs and you utter the words romantic night, and we don't feel like you're doing the finger thing, like Jimmy Fred was doing on Saturday night, then
now, is it
you
quotes or that?
We're gonna stop you because you can't say romantic night without making the quotes. All right?
I think I even do it when you say it.
Wow.
I think it's imperative.
Yeah, whenever I say it, or when Jimmy Fred says it, in honor and to tribute him for coming up with this. I don't think he originated the idea of romantic night. I guess I'm sorry, I said it so quick, I didn't put the quotes there.
You got to be prepared.
I mean, you must have heard of somebody doing romantic night, or is this romantic night, or is this a Jimmy Fred original?
Well, this is Jimmy Fred original for the relationship I have with my wife. I've never done this with any other woman in the past.
Well, no one else has really liked you before.
That's not true.
Oh, dear.
I just feel like it's imperative to keep things fresh in a relationship.
It's that
as opposed to doing the same thing every weekend, dinner and a movie, or.
So how many times a year do you plan on working in romantic night into your marriage as the years continue to pass?
I would say something like this where we either go downtown or maybe for a night we go to,
I just asked you a very simple question.
Quarterly.
Quarterly.
Wow. That's a lot.
Quarterly.
Interesting term, quarterly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, hey, baby, I think we can work this one more time in the fiscal year here. Let's have romantic night. Quarterly.
Yeah, quarterly.
As opposed to saying 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Quarterly is more of a, I don't know, I see it as more of a business term. Do you realize that?
Okay, every couple months.
Oh,
well, you can only use the entertainment card every 3 months.
Oh, jeez. How about Hotshot knocking your romantic? How about Hotshot knocking your romantic?
Hotshot, the guy who has claimed to have never taken a woman out in his life.
Oh,
they come over his house, he gets them high, and then he has sex with them. That's a relationship.
Sounds fun to me. Yeah. I, of course, preface this all, Terry, because I can't help but preface it by saying this is a very, very, well, to use the word romantic again is almost overkill.
Yeah.
It's a very nice gesture, and it's something that you'd be hard-pressed to try to poke holes in and make fun of.
Right.
And yet, look at Hotshot Scott over here.
I know.
The entertainment card lines.
Yep.
How can you knock romantic night?
Well, 4 times a year. You should be romantic like all the time.
Well, if you have romantic night established in your relationship, that means for the rest of the 2 months and 30 days, you could be a bastard.
Wow, okay, well.
Isn't that what it means?
No, because I still periodically send flowers.
Well, is this how hard you have to work to make a marriage work? Is that what you're saying here?
No,
because if that's the case, I'm out!
I've never wanted to be romantic with anyone before until
Okay, you know what this comes down to? And I can't help but just figure this out right now.
What's that?
This is obviously something. What did he say?
It has nothing to do with my height.
No, it has nothing to do with your height. I wasn't going to say that. Actually, I'm glad you pointed that out, though, because that's something I'll have to consider.
If you're 5'10", you don't need to be romantic.
I think the only reason this is happening in the Riemann marital life is because Pidgey and Saul did the exact same things. Wow. Do Pidgey and Saul have romantic night?
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for me and my sister, they probably would have been divorced long ago.
Oh, jeez.
That's nice. That's great.
Well, you're all out of the house. Why don't they get divorced?
Well, because then they start to like each other once we left.
If the Eagles were playing early Sunday morning, would you have had romantic night on this, romantic night? I'm sorry, Jay, I keep forgetting. Would you have had romantic night this past Saturday night?
Ooh, good question.
We would have, and we would have probably checked out earlier than we did.
That's why.
So romantic, Tay!
Oh, yeah, I'm feeling the romance.
If the Eagles had a 10 a.m. Sunday game, romantic night is pushed off.
Oh, boy.
I don't feel very romantic this weekend, baby.
Not in this quarter.
Unless you're talking about me and Donovan McNabb going to a hotel together. Terry, hey.
Wow.
You got to give it to Jimmy Fred.
Right, I guess they do.
Ladies and gentlemen, while you were out trying to hook up on Saturday night, going home crying in your Ben and Jerry's tub of ice cream, he was having romantic night with his newlywed bride.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
How romantic.
Oh, jeez.
That's nice of them to do, though.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think anyone in Terry's life has come close to even considering the thought of giving her a romantic night?
No, knocking someone up doesn't consist of
Man.
Well, it was romantic at that time.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. So romantic.
So I was good with it.
I'm sure getting in vitros was very romantic.
Wow. Jeez. Well, Terry, Free just passed me a note. I don't think you want to read this. He said there's one thing missing in your romantic night. A good-looking guy!
I would tend to disagree with that.
Wow.
Although I'm not as handsome as I am during the summer when my skin is a little darker, I still am a handsome fellow.
The good-looking guy was present for romantic night on Saturday night at the Westin.
That would be me. I was wearing a jacket.
Oh,
I
my
went to a place where you needed a jacket.
You wore a jacket?
Who wears a jacket to dinner anymore?
Wow.
Oh, I forgot it was romantic night.
Man, are we all supposed to feel like there's something missing out of our life? Is that it now? Because of...
Well, Terry, if you don't, you may be in denial.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't.
Yeah, pay for a babysitter and spend $200 on a hotel downtown.
Yeah.
But I think he got even on all the towels he ripped off and the little soaps. Tell me you didn't steal at least one towel.
No towels.
You didn't pack up one towel on the way home.
Not one towel.
Bathrobe.
Nope.
Well, they just got married, so they probably got a lot of towels.
Oh, Diana, these are nice towels.
So this was nothing. This was nothing but your. Well, let me ask you this: when you and her had your first romantic night, and you're making it clear that this isn't your first time, but you've had romantic night. I'm sick of putting up the quotes.
4 months and you got.
Your arms get tired.
Who was the one who was the inspiration? Who was the creative soul that spearheaded romantic night? Was it you or was it your wife?
I would say it's a conglomeration of ideas.
No. Collaboration, you mean? Anyway, that doesn't happen. They both don't all of a sudden look at each other and go, are you thinking what I'm thinking? No.
Let's be romantic.
One of the two of you had more of the brainchild for a romantic night. Now, I ask you, was it you or was it her?
It was me.
Oh, so a second ago it was a collaboration. It was a conglomeration.
Yeah, I'd like to take all the credit for these things.
He didn't want to take the credit because that's not the romantic thing to do, Terry.
Right. Oh,
But you could throw it back at her during an argument. Won't that be great?
Yeah, won't it?
And he tried to cover up by, well, it's all in the essence of romantic night, Terry, to make it seem like it was a joint effort. But no, it doesn't fly here.
Yeah.
Romantic night.
I think it's nice. We should do more like that. Not you and I.
Oh, just. Stephen, I was about to book the room.
Yeah, just the small room.
Boy, oh boy.
What do you think, Terry? You got to give him props or no?
Well, I mean, I guess that's good for the wee man. But like you pointed out, I mean, that's if you have to continue to work that hard in your marriage, I mean, that's not good for the future.
I mean, quarterly.
Terry's saying if you're already running through an obstacle course to make things work.
I mean, what, only 4.5 months?
How is that working hard, Terry? Just because going out to dinner with you is a chore, I don't look at that as working hard. Taking my wife out to do something nice, staying in a hotel downtown, I don't think of that as hard work. I know you work 4 hours a day.
Well, she probably does when she's got to spend so much time.
I'm sure she does.
So did you bring her the A game, Jimmy Fred, sexual side on romantic night or what?
I did well for myself.
Oh, God. It's amazing that he's patting his own back. Well, I did a great job. What did you do? Look at you up in the mirror and go, oh, that was a fine one, Jimmy Fred.
Scale of 1 to 5 Riemann performance. What do you give yourself on romantic night?
4.5.
Wow.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Well, Terry.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe we all chuckle, and maybe we all giggle, because we're not capable of romantic night. I got my blue blazer on. Come on, let's go.
Blazer.
Wow. Terry?
Yeah?
I have a statistic just came over the wires. Those married couples that put together a romantic night every once in a while have a divorce rate of 0.
Wow. That's nice.
I just made it up. Now, Diana, make sure you set the alarm for the free continental breakfast.
You didn't steal one little shampoo bottle. That's what you're telling me?
Nothing. And Hotshot, I'm not the one who stays an extra half hour longer so I can get free Azel's chicken. So don't talk to me about getting free food. And first of all, we didn't get any free continental breakfast.
Why do you lash out?
Because
when the subject matter here is about romantic night.
Because why can't people take it for what it is and have to rip me?
Maybe because they're jealous. Why don't you just take it like that?
Hotshot's been jealous of me for years.
But it's okay if the continental breakfast is free. I mean, big deal. That doesn't mean you're
there was
cheap or
no
anything.
continental breakfast. Trust me, I wish there was.
Yeah, see, you looked into it.
And it's okay to steal shampoo.
Romantic night!
It's there for in-room use. So it's not really there for that.
Well, after this unbridled lovemaking and this unbelievable sequence of events on romantic night, Terry, how does any Saturday measure up?
I don't know.
How do they look at each other with any bit of romance this coming Saturday?
Yeah, what's this?
Hard to do.
There are no little shampoos hanging around?
No, this Saturday we're going to be at the Kilbrest for Apple.
Oh, yeah, I was invited to that thing, too. That's my romantic night.
I have shampoo for you, too.
Okay, good. I'll make sure to steal the bathrobe, too.
Won't fit.
Mm-hmm. Wow, well, very impressive.
Yeah, I guess so.
You sound convinced, Terry.
Oh, I am.
Wow.
I guess you could also look at it.
Terry, you're going to interrupt the most clever line in the history of lyrics, Terry. You're stepping all over How they discovered how friends turned into lovers.
I celebrate my love for you. And that midnight sun is gonna come shining.
Did that midnight sun come shining through there?
We did leave the windows open to wake up to the sunset.
There'll be no distance between.
So romantic!
Well, they're used to having the window open anyway.
With all the efforts made, Terry.
Yes.
With the dinner reservations, the blue blazer with the patches, with everything in place. Do you think that James Frederick R. Rieman's wife looks at him at some point in the night and says, I have found the most romantic guy I could have ever found?
No.
I bet she does.
It could be, you guys are already this bored in your relationship.
Wow.
So you're married.
From a person who every time she feels a void in her life just gets knocked up. Okay. I don't need to hear anything from you.
You know what? This is not the essence of romantic night. This kind of squabbling, this kind of fighting, all right?
Just because she's never been taken out to a dinner that wasn't fast food. An Arby's doesn't
Just because you have to work that hard
it's not
to keep
working
your
hard,
marriage
you
intact.
dumb bunt.
That's nice.
Jeez.
Taking you out is hard work.
Okay.
Oh, getting all 5 kids in the car, that's the tough part, too.
A table for 7? Are you kidding?
Right.
That's romantic.
Sure, we don't make those. Sorry, go to the RV show. They got room.
Well done. That's all I wanted to say. That's the only reason we brought it up.
Yeah.
It is nice. I just wish there was a motel in Carnation.
Why do you shamelessly waste my time like this?
I don't know.
Cube 93.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
If safety is what you look for when you look for a place to call home, look no further than Seattle. According to the latest Gallup poll, Seattle is one of the safest cities in the country.
Right.
Minneapolis is number 1 out of the 14 biggest cities in the United States. Seattle is number 2. There were no other Northwest cities that made the top 10, but think about this.
What?
These rankings were based not on actual crime stats, but on public perception of safety.
Oh, that's terrific. Then we have a false sense of reality. That's wonderful.
Right.
And you know why the perception about Seattle is so great?
Why?
You know why we're so up there as far as being the safest cities, Terry? It's people in our community willing to have romantic night. Can't get over it. I'm sorry.
I know you can.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, did you miss a doozy of a segment just a few minutes ago? That's right. Jimmy Fred Riemann just explained to us how on Saturday night, him and his newlywed bride had romantic night. And the fact that they call it romantic night is the best part about it.
Yeah.
To me. That is what you and her both call it when you go out, and over the past year that you've been together, every quarter, as you put it, you will have romantic night. Quote unquote.
We wanted to give it a name. We like to give things in our
Everything
lives
needs a cute little name.
Sure.
Why not romantic night?
Yeah, honey bumpkins.
So when is the next romantic night set up for?
Probably sometime next quarter.
So in between,
first of the year.
In between now and then, there'll be no romance.
No, there'll be plenty of romance. Just
You
not
got all
something-
the romance you needed on November 10th, or whatever it was.
13th. So you have romantic days.
Well, I'm romantic plenty of the time, but nothing that is dubbed romantic night. Just a whole influx of romance.
Do you do the same thing, or is it going to be different every time?
I think one could infer that because you both decide that this is romantic night, I'm sorry, I'm still harping on that, that it almost gives off the impression that that's where the romance begins and ends in their relationship. And there is no other romance, for this is our night.
I'm telling you.
That's why we both looked at each other and decided there's no other label we can give it but romantic night.
You just like to say it.
I love saying it.
See, again, it just shows how hard he has to work to keep a girl interested in him. See, and JD and I, we don't have to work that hard. He doesn't have to do that to keep me interested in him.
Terry, if I turned on his mic right now, he'd be, he's already calling every name under the sun.
Crazy.
He's going crazy in there, and he feels that that's uncalled for to diminish their romantic night.
I mean, all I have to do is look at my husband and know that, there's love abound.
This is Terry's just way of justifying that she gets no romance sent her way? Is that the deal?
Pay no attention to anything that comes out of her mouth.
Oh, jeez.
She's not
Ignore
sincere.
the woman behind the curtain. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, I have something to say about romantic night.
Yes, I'm glad we can take some calls on people's reaction to romantic night.
Show up your little fingers, honey.
Yes. Did you put your fingers up? Yeah, and make the quotes when you did that?
I feel that after 4.5 months, the poor dude's setting himself up for a fall.
Why? Are you suggesting that he doesn't realize what he's getting into, that he's going to have to consistently put together romantic night 4 times a year, or else things will all of a sudden take on a little bit of a sour feeling if he can't continually come up with romantic night?
Well, not only that, but he's still in the honeymoon stage.
Mm-hmm.
Give it 5 years, and you know the habits. You start getting disgusted with them, and you're going, what did I do?
Well, it's a fair point. Do you feel like there's going to be a lot of pressure to continue to 4 times a year put together romantic night, or else it's going to resemble something wrong in the relationship?
I don't look at it as pressure. Just look at it as something I want to do. If it happens every 2 months or every 4 months or whenever, it's something I want to do.
I mean,
if
eventually...
this woman is unhappy in her life and in her marriage, probably has kids out of wedlock like Terry.
Why do you have to knock everyone that has some curiosities about romantic night? It's amazing.
If you skip a quarter, though, I mean, is that going to cause problems, do you think?
Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, and for those just tuning in, romantic night, all it entails, well, I shouldn't say all, it's chock full of romance, no matter how you slice it, but...
Just oozing with it.
Oh, just what the happy couple does, according to their definition of romantic night, is even though they live 5 minutes down the street, instead of going home and sleeping in their normal bed, they will spring the fee to stay at a Zagat-rated, highly received, hotel in the neighborhood. Is this just the way a weasel out a trip to go to Vancouver, or what? Why wouldn't you just go to Vancouver for the weekend if you wanted to have a romantic night? Drive, do a little shopping, go to dinner there.
Because we wanted to go to this specific restaurant in Seattle.
It's so hard to...
Yeah.
So little opportunity they have to go to this restaurant. They had a... All right, I don't know.
I guess I can see that. I mean, you want to make the whole night special, I guess. I mean, maybe that's what... I mean, if I'm eating in Seattle, I'd just rather go home, though.
So they valeted the Nissan?
Pardon me?
They valeted the Sentra?
We actually took our car, and it's not a Sentra.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. All right.
Get it right.
You're on the air. The ladies are calling in, and from what I'm seeing, Terry, from the early returns, these are just exit polls, however, and that got John Kerry in a lot of trouble. They are very, very impressed with romantic night.
Wonderful.
And they're thinking that you're just a jealous individual sitting over there.
Oh.
That no one has ever orchestrated a romantic night for you.
Well,
you're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Actually, I wasn't calling about his stupid romantic.
I
was calling about something else.
All right, what?
Yeah, I was actually calling
you've been on hold
about
for a while. Go
the
ahead.
earlier segment, which included the man that was dating all the women and screwing them.
Ah, yes, the man who got axed from the dating service.
From a woman's standpoint, that if his mouthpiece is that good to get that many women out of their underwear, then more power to him. Maybe all those disgruntled women should get together and start a marriage service.
Especially when you factor in how big these women are to get them out of their underwear. Yeah. She's talking about the segment from earlier on where you read the story of the man who was told that his services would no longer be needed as a person in a pool of singles provided by a dating service.
Right.
Huh? Right. Okay, whatever. Old news when you start hearing about romantic nights.
I know.
That's what that guy needs, probably.
Get 200 of them.
Yeah.
Bremerton, hello.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Terry's a butt.
I just...
She needs to quit hating on women.
It's very transparent, sir. You can see right through it. Terry's just speaking from a very large place within her that is raging with jealousy. Is that it?
For sure. That's exactly it.
Mm-hmm. He didn't hear what I said.
I know. It sounds like he wants to have a romantic night with the little Freddie Weeman in there.
Well, the man sees you as a jealous individual, Terry, and you quickly label him a homosexual. Is that fair? Is that fair?
Yeah.
No, he's so right. It's so unbelievable how Terry is hating on me. That her husband works overtime just because he has to feed her fat ass.
Oh. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi, T-Man. This is Diana,
It's amazing.
housekeeper.
The words that come out of his mouth could come from the same person who put together Romantic Night just less than 48 hours ago.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, T-Man.
Yes, hi.
I think Terry's jealous. Nobody wants to take her out on romantic night. I think Weeman's doing an awesome thing here.
Terry, could you at least acknowledge that it seems to be a consensus now that you have more comments of a negative nature for Jimmy Fred more than anyone, which gives people the impression that maybe you should start accepting it that this is all stemming from jealousy?
No, I don't. I'm not jealous.
Would
of
you
it
be
at all.
aware if you were, Terry?
Oh yeah, I would admit it.
Are you sure?
Absolutely, I would.
She's admitted jealousy in the past, like when she followed people around and all
Yeah, I mean.
You're on the air.
Me?
Yes.
I'd like to point out that this kind of discounts the theory that Lehman's a cheapskate, spending $200 to stay just down the street from his house.
Well, that was my original thought, but then I started thinking maybe this is just a way to eliminate the idea of going to Vancouver and spending the weekend there, shopping and romantic night is just a way to weasel out of a vacation.
Possibly.
Steel towels, little soaps and shampoos.
You can break even if you try hard.
No. As I said from the beginning, and I will stick with that, Terry, that no matter how you slice it, there's no way that a reasonable person can knock romantic night. And anyone that does, including you and myself, Hotshot Scott, and Steven hasn't even tried, is nothing but a jealous bastard that couldn't even conjure up the image of romantic night, and that's why we speak with such a harsh tongue.
Well, I had it all lined up, but
Well,
now we
just-
can't do it because we talked about it on the air, and now maybe I think it was because of Weeman.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I have to cancel already, man. Calling the hotel during the break.
We were going to do it all during Christmas with all the lights and everything, and do Christmas shopping.
Why didn't you go to Ocean Shores or something like that?
Because I didn't want to.
Oh, it's not romantic.
Right.
Well, the restaurant wasn't in Ocean Shores.
Victoria, there's no romance there. Vancouver, it's not a romantic person on the street.
I'm sure there are plenty of restaurants that are of that caliber, Stephen, in those
Yeah,
areas.
that's probably.
Terry, we could talk about romantic night all day long, don't you know?
Oh.
And the all 73 lines are tied up wanting to give their comments on romantic night. But other news must prevail here. I'm sure there's something else going on in the world. What else do you have there? Go ahead.
According to a recent study, men...
Not interested. You're on the air. Hello.
George Bush had romantic night.
Hello?
Top story.
Anyone there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I just wanted to call in as a man and support Fred's efforts there because being romantic, that's all a relative thing, and he's just laying the foundation regardless of any other efforts. He's just laying the foundation to make sure.
But could
he's
that
happy for the
backfire?
long run.
Because he's establishing early on in his marriage that romantic night is going to be a consistent thing. Is that going to, a quarterly thing as he put it, is that going to grow a little tiring? And is it, if it does that then take the marriage down a few notches? And is that something he has to worry about or no?
It's a possibility, but I think that's when what he's making the effort. He's showing his wife that he's going to keep reinventing himself. They're going to keep doing things to keep it fresh.
Well, the other school of thought that one may offer is that romantic night evolves on its own. And you don't need to put together some laid-out, structured plan days, weeks in advance to have romantic night.
contrived romance is a little different.
It should just be something that develops by osmosis, if not anything else.
You create your own romance in the situation you have. Is that what you mean? Kind of like?
Huh? What's it now?
Well, you just create your own romance. You don't plan.
Don't ask me, Stephen. I haven't had a romantic night in my life. I'm sorry. What are you about to say now, Terry?
I was telling you about a new survey that has found men who own BMWs have the most sex.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you're saying if Jimmy Fred were a BMW owner, he'd be a completely different man. Is that what you're saying?
Probably so.
Oh, jeez. Or is there no correlation there whatsoever?
Actually, no, it doesn't. Like I said.
Because in a related story that I have here, Terry, it says men that own BMWs have never had a romantic night amongst the entire lot.
All right, stick with the...
Not to say they've never had a romantic night, but they've never had a romantic
I
see. Yeah.
You understand the difference?
Yes.
There are romantic nights that just all of a sudden evolve out of nowhere or with little preparation. And then there's the fully contrived, structured, laid out to every last detail romantic night that we should all be doing. As a matter of fact, now I know what is in store for me this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
I am not a complete man. I see that now.
Mm-hmm.
I have denied my wife.
That's a shame.
I have denied... It is a shame. He's right. I have denied my wife an undue amount of romance, Terry, that she has coming to her.
Oh, boy.
And that's why we're going to pack in 4 romantic nights in one weekend.
Wow!
Come on.
Well, if you do want some advice, T,
I have a question for you, though, Jimmy Fred Riemann.
Oh, jeez.
When is your romantic night with Pidgey?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, is
so
that
funny? I mean, Terry, look at your life that you have, that you built for yourself.
That's nice.
And you constantly...
Terry is very happy with her life. She
very
couldn't be
satisfied.
more pleased with where things have led now that she... It's, as the old saying goes, it's not where you start, it's where you finish, and Terry Freak couldn't have hit the finish line with greater speed.
Well, she consistently knocks me down for things that, A, she doesn't know anything about,
Oh, dear.
because she's lived the same life. Get knocked up, rope a guy in. Dump him, get knocked up, rope a guy in. Get in vitroed, rope a guy in.
But now,
Eventually he'll leave,
look
she'll
where,
get another guy.
look where she is now. Happily married, full...
D's.
Yes.
Full D's, she'll eat her till her heart's content. She'll get lipo. She'll start all over again. T. What happens when
And
you
her
leave?
fabric is a perfect. Her family is a perfect example of the fabric of this country. The foundation that it was built on. The American family, coming from all different countries.
right?
But to answer his question, romantic nights December 13th.
Pidgey can't wait.
Oh, yeah,
She
I bet.
knows she could put Diana to shame.
Wow.
I asked him, by the way,
Yes.
if we could call Diana during the break, if we could call his wife and ask her thoughts on romantic night,
Yeah.
and he declined today.
Oh, really?
And in my Rolodex, I don't have a number for her. Damn. So I have to obviously allow him to be able to have the final word on that situation. He'd rather not have his wife, who is, I'm sure, still tired out from a very romantic night.
yeah.
Over the weekend, that
what a romantic
she
night.
wouldn't have even a breath to speak with.
Right.
Still recovering from romantic night.
Wow.
She's like, settle down, Federico.
That's why you can only have them quarterly. Takes that long to recover.
She's got a romantic hangover.
Was she more than impressed and pleased and very much blown away by all that was romantic night on Saturday night?
We had a wonderful evening.
Mm-hmm. And morning, don't forget about morning.
The morning was fine as well.
Okay. So romantic night, even though it's called romantic night, I'm sure it includes many awake hours of the morning, right?
And more, the night word means like 24-hour period.
What time do you
sometimes
go to
longer.
sleep? Let's use this particular romantic night that just was completed, Saturday night, Sunday morning. What time did you fall asleep on romantic night? On romantic night?
I'd say about 1:30.
1:30.
Oh, my goodness.
Stephen, are you blown away by its early or
lateness? Romantic for me would be like 8:30.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Amy, there's a romantic night for you.
She's ripping everybody, Steve.
One may contest that romantic night must have in its structured plan a straight up to 5 a.m. just free for all.
You watch the sunrise.
Yeah, do it till the sun comes up.
And you gaze into one another's
But you guys were tuckered out in your king size bed in the hotel at 1:30.
Yes.
In your non-smoking room.
Yes, non-smoking floor, actually.
Oh, wow.
Not just one room, the whole floor.
Nothing says romantic night coming to an end like the maid knocking on the door at 6 in the morning going, housekeeping.
I know.
Or did you have the do not disturb? We're having romantic night sign on the door.
We forgot to put it on there, and at like 9:15, someone walks in the room. Didn't knock, just walked right in.
Wow,
They probably did knock, but you didn't hear it.
Because they were in...
I don't think they knocked. Maybe they knocked and walked at the same time.
Who walked in?
Housekeeping.
Oh. That's some random person.
Yeah, John walked in, too.
Are we having a romantic night? Am I late? Well, I will end this conversation the same way we began. I'm very impressed.
Thank you, Tim.
Very
Good job,
impressed.
Jimmy.
Well done.
Terry, you can go to hell.
And if you could come in tomorrow morning in your blue blazer, I would appreciate that as well.
The T-Man. Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
Eminem's new album, Encore, will sell more than 500,000 copies this weekend.
Oh.
But one guy who will not be buying it, Michael Jackson.
Oh, jeez.
I think that it's demeaning.
Terry, there's a feud going on between two very different style pop stars.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson and Eminem are about to throw down.
Watch out.
Mm-hmm. I got my money on Michael.
Are you?
Yeah.
No.
Pull his hair, he'll kick, he'll do whatever it takes.
Scratch.
He'll scratch, he'll claw. He'll get it done. Eminem, the most feared man in the music industry, is being taken on by the most legendary man in the music industry. Something's got to give.
One guy.
Why don't they just have a romantic night and call it a,
Call it a day.
call it a career? Go to the West End, watch the sunrise. Romantic night.
But one guy who will not be buying it, Michael Jackson.
I think that it's demeaning and disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
What's demeaning and disrespectful for Michael is a laugh riot for Eminem. The war of words continues as Michael fired away in a phone interview with Geraldo Rivera.
Man, I didn't even know Geraldo Rivera had a show anymore.
Really?
But Michael Jackson, yes, called the Geraldo Rivera show and vented all his frustration about Eminem and his video, you know, the video that has the kids bouncing on the bed next to him.
Yeah.
And him looking for his nose on the floor.
Nice.
Yeah. Michael didn't take too kindly to those little bits of the video. And instead of sitting back and letting it happen like all other people in the music industry have done with Eminem over the years because they're afraid he'll do more, Michael is fighting back. Wow. The last person Eminem thought may retaliate because he's waif-like, you could blow hard and have him knocked over, and yet Michael is standing up for himself, and he's doing it with Geraldo.
Put his foot down.
Mm-hmm. Geraldo's on his side now, Terry.
Oh, boy.
He's going to smack Eminem over with that handlebar mustache.
Yeah. I also want to make it clear that it's not just about Michael Jackson, but a pattern of disrespect that he has shown to our community.
Michael's issue? Images like this from Eminem's video for his song Just Lose It.
Right.
And these lyrics.
So just...
What else could I possibly do to make noise? I done touched on everything but little boys.
Okay, those are fighting words right there.
This morning in a radio interview on LA's Kiss FM, Eminem laid into his sharpest critic.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get to him. Obviously, you strike a chord with Michael
I struck
Jackson.
some kind of chord with him, and I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Yeah, there's no clue as to what lyrics might have pissed Michael Jackson off, Terry.
Yeah, play innocent there.
Mm-hmm.
Play dumb.
It was when he goes,
Yeah.
Michael hates that.
And I'm not sure exactly what it was that I struck in him that I didn't strike in Madonna or MC Hammer or Pee Wee Herman.
He probably did strike the same chord in Madonna and MC Hammer and Pee Wee Herman. They just chose not to fight back. Michael's not going to take it like a bitch.
It's cool that he sticks up for himself.
Michael is calling, and he is letting Eminem know that you better watch out, bud. I may be only 67 pounds, but I got people.
Right.
And a Ferris wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do you have?
Now put that thing at high speed and get your ass tied into one of those seats. Make you beg.
The funny part is Eminem got really sensitive when Triumph the Insult Dog got in his face at one of those award shows trying to goof on him, you remember? But he doesn't understand why other people get upset when they get goofed on.
So Eminem, who's one of the biggest disher-outers in the music industry, seems like he can't take it.
Oh, it's a shame. When a puppet's making fun of you and you get really pissed.
Well, the puppet is a cigar-smoking puppet, so that makes it less tolerable.
Right.
What else is going on, Terry? What else do you have?
Well, in Kansas City, Missouri, police say that a man bit an officer and his dog after trying to stiff a cab driver on an early morning fare. Cab driver told the police that...
so John John's back in jail, Terry?
Yeah, sounds like
Is that what you're telling me?
Too bad. Apparently, this gentleman refused to pay a fare. When the officers found the man nearby and got out of his car to stop him, that's when the gentleman attacked.
Struck in him that I didn't strike in Madonna or MC Hammer.
How about Eminem playing dumb like that? I don't know what chord. I might have struck in him. Whatever. Just be like, if Michael wants to talk to me, here I am. Right. I'll give him my number. We could have lunch.
We could have lunch.
That would have been a lot cooler than him being like, I have no idea. Screw that. You know exactly what you did. Right. Now you got to deal with Michael's wrath.
Ooh.
It's going to turn you into a 6-year-old boy. See how you like it.
Huey Herman. Or my
You are a son of a bitch. You know that?
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Hey, this is Big Kenny from Tacoma.
How you doing, Big Kenny from Tacoma?
I'm doing fine. I actually thought about, me and my wife talked about doing a romantic night before.
Oh, jeez.
But, we never got around to it. We have 4 kids. It's kind of hard to get away.
So it's something that better served to a newlywed couple like James Frederick R. Riemann and his wife.
Most definitely.
Yes. Well, unless you just want to leave your kids crawling on the floor, I guess maybe he's onto something there.
But do you have romance in your life?
Oh. Well, how could you say he does, Stephen? He doesn't have a romantic night. No one who has no romantic night. Has any romance, Stephen. It's not possible. Well, sir, you're excused then, okay? Is that why you called?
Yeah, basically.
Yes, you're forgiven, and your wife listening right now, she understands more than ever before. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Something tells me you're still hanging out in the hotels, though, right? Right. These romantic night here and there, Terry.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Look up some old numbers.
Oh, boy.
No, Terry, that wouldn't be romantic.
No, it wouldn't.
I gotta be more romantic.
Okay.
I know who wasn't feeling romantic over the weekend. You want to know who wasn't feeling romantic over the weekend?
I'd love to know.
Bastard.
This guy.
I knew it.
You know why he wasn't feeling romantic, Terry?
Why is that?
Because his fantasy football team had a chance to take over first place in a game against Team Douche.
Yeah.
Do you remember who the owner of Team Douche is, Terry?
Yes, I do.
That'd be me.
That would be you, T-Man. You are the owner of Team Douche.
Hotshot went head-to-head with Do You Douche, that fantasy football juggernaut, over the weekend.
Yeah.
And even though I had Randy Moss not playing, and even though I've had injuries to key players, Team Douche prevails!
Woo! Team Douche.
That's because I pick up, not only am I a great evaluator of talent in the draft, Terry.
Yes.
But I pick up people off the waiver wire like Muhsin Muhammad.
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
Are you familiar with Muhsin Muhammad?
No, I'm not.
3 touchdowns, 100-some-odd yards for Sammy Terry.
Go, Muhsin Muhammad.
So even my scrubs
Wow.
are good enough.
Jeez, to beat the hot shot.
To secure first place, secure what will be a first-round bye in the playoffs, and guarantee myself the fantasy football championship.
Whoa.
Any thoughts?
None.
He's just going to sit here all quiet.
I'm definitely limping into the playoffs right now.
Wow.
Riddled with bullet holes, stumbling over the line.
So you noticed that about an hour into football Sunday yesterday, your fantasy football team was down to Team Douche 30-3 before you knew it hit you.
Wow.
I actually saw 31-3 and did not look at it since.
Well, if you look at it now...
Which I won't.
What's that, Raymond? I hate to get you out of the mode of romantic night that's still lingering in your system, What is the score right now as we head into Monday night? Do you have any players left?
I don't think so.
Yes, I still do. Between Team Douche and the Hotshot team?
I know that you have 81, and I believe Hotshot has 36, but I have to check.
Terry.
Jeez,
That's what you call a convincing, a landslide, a victory!
I would say so.
Don't ever go into a weekend knowing you're going to play Team Douche with any kind of confidence again. You understand?
I'm just resting everybody for the playoffs. I don't want to peak too early.
How many teams from the division go to the playoffs?
Too many.
It's like so we're still in it,
Hotshot
right?
was in second. Well, you're not in our division. We're in the Nicole Richie division.
No, they are.
Oh, they are
in your division.
Oh. Well, 2 teams from each division go to the playoffs. The Paris Hilton division gets 2 teams. We get 2 teams, and then there's a wild card. There's a couple of wild cards.
6.
But it's amazing the success that we're having this year in fantasy football as a group.
Yeah.
But some better than others. Y'all can't beat Team Douche now, can you? Yes.
I was close. I was 1 point off on each. He has 35. You have 80.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a convincing victory, Terry. I'm obviously mistaken.
You are.
I'm in it. You can get negative 45 tonight.
Plus, my kicker goes tonight, Terry.
Oh, does he?
Kicker brings you, like, guaranteed points. So when it's all said and done, the route will be that much more embarrassing for Team Hotshot. Trying to take over first place. You don't try to take over the top spot when Team Douche has the rights to that top spot and get away without feeling like you were a bitch slapped to the hilt.
Whoa!
All right.
And in return, I'm going to go bitch slap your neighbor. Who got me like 2 points.
Oh, that's right. On Hotshot's fantasy football team, his starting quarterback is Seahawk Matt Hasselbeck. And Hotshot will be joining me in egging Matt Hasselbeck's house later this evening. That was not Matt Hasselbeck's fault, by the way. Matt Hasselbeck had a great day. He just doesn't have receivers that can catch. And this time it had nothing to do with Corin Robinson, who's a friend of mine, and he can catch. He's just having a couple of moments earlier in the season. He's the best receiver they have, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. Darryl Jackson can't catch anymore. It's a joke.
A lot of them can. They're in trouble.
And Sean Alexander, who isn't appreciated on that team, was the only reason they were actually even in the game. They should be kissing his feet every given Sunday. Good name for a movie. Man. All right, you're getting me off the moment of enjoying Team Douche's convincing victory.
He was good at that, yeah.
All right. Man.
The T-Man.
Have you seen my baseball?
Cube 93. Hey, what's up? It's Karen Wild from the Cube 93 New Music Department. And you know we always want to bring you the newest.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
In the remaining moments, as we hit the home stretch, Terrence.
Yes.
Get a couple of stories that you'd like to throw in real quick together there, and we'll sneak in a call or two if we can. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi, T-Man.
How are you, love? Who's this?
My name is Kendra.
Kendra. Where are you calling from, love?
Spokane.
What can we do for you today?
Well, you were talking about doing something romantic, and
I told you to call me off the
air. Okay. Well, you were talking about it, and
yes.
I would love to have something. I've seen a 23-year-old. I'm 32.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to be able to get out of Spokane and do something.
Right. Would you like to take the 22-year-old with you or no?
Oh, yeah. I'd love to take him with me.
There's no romance in Spokane? Is that what you're telling us? Even no matter how hard you try, no matter what you put together, whatever you construct, there's no way to play it off as romantic, or is that not the case?
It's just Spokane in general. You can't. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
nice night at the Davenport? Come on.
Oh, geez.
Well, that'd be off the hook. But we both like sports. We'd like to.
So why are you making it like this is like some classic movie on AMC? Like you're trying to get out of the town that you're not happy in, and yet you can't find a way. You want to leave Spokane? Get in your car.
Yep.
Drive. It's that simple.
Don't disagree with you. Don't disagree with you. But we were talking about coming over to watch a Sonics game.
Yes.
And I figured there's nobody better to talk to than T-Man about that.
So what, are you going to ask me for tickets?
Sure.
Oh, is that why you're on the line?
Oh, my
What happened
God.
to romance?
Yeah.
No.
This is the height of romance. T-Man's giving you tickets.
I guess so.
T-Man's.
No,
yes.
no, not just that T-Man, but just getting out of Spokane.
It's romance and T-Man all combined. T-Man's.
She wants you to pay for gas, too.
Mhm.
No, I didn't ask that.
Want me to buy your popcorn?
And make sure SWAT
No.
shoots a shirt at me. Can you do that?
No. We just wanted to come over to Seattle because it's just...
Well, then come over to Seattle. There are tickets available, believe me, at the old Key Arena.
There you go.
Of course, there are throngs of tickets flying around the office that are free, but if I just gave tickets away to every little crackpot like yourself that calls up asking, how would that seem?
Oh, I'm way not a crackpot.
What are you?
Not a crackpot for sure.
I asked again. I'll ask again. What are you?
No, believe me, I'm after him because he's all good, but...
I don't even know what she's talking about.
I don't
She's a
either.
crackpot there.
Some Spokane thing.
Mm-hmm. What do you want from me? You want tickets?
Yes, can we get some tickets and come over and listen to your show or something? I don't know.
You can listen to my show over there.
I know, but, it's different if you come over there.
Whatever.
What's going on in Seattle?
This is so weak.
It sounds better here. It really
All
does.
right.
Yeah, so much better.
No. If there's something going on.
Put down the blunt
Okay.
and call Ticketmaster.
They start at $10.
Oh, right.
Why? I should help this guy get laid? No. Let him worry
No,
about
he
his
doesn't
own
have any problem.
plans.
He doesn't need any help.
All
in that
right, then
area.
there you go. That's all I need to hear. Thanks for the call. Bye.
I don't get the romance.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
Man. That's the first Spokane weirdo I've ever talked to, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
How many years we've been on there now?
Mm.
That's the first one today.
Right.
At that
Then
moment.
she'll complain when the guy has Squatch propose to her.
I know.
You're on the air.
Something happens to the flight that
Oh, jeez.
I can...
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, sir. Are we interrupting important business?
Yeah, he's booking
How
a
you
flight.
doing?
Yes. Can you book a flight for me and Terry, too?
I'm sorry. I've been a hole for like 30 minutes. I've been trying to work
Yes.
stuff.
Well, now you're on, sir.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to talk about romantic night.
Yes. What about romantic night?
I saw the fingers go up on that one.
Hey, first of all, I think that guy's sorry.
Oh.
One, I agree with Terry. I think he sounds like he might have some gay issues going on.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember Terry saying that, but that's beautiful.
And two, you should support Terry more. You know, she's a sweet lady.
Well, I don't support Terry.
And then he said
All
that
I've done for the past 10 years, sir, or how long has it been, Terry? Support Terry Free is my middle name. Are you kidding me?
How's that on your driver's license?
You need to support Terry more.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the guy calls her a fat ass, and y'all let it go like that. You should have bitch slapped him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's like telling Jerry, you got to support the kids more there, Jerry.
Hey, now, if he's newlywed, he shouldn't have to schedule a romantic night. Every day should be romantic.
Wow.
You look in each other's eyes,
Yes.
even if it's a rose, even if you just lean over and...
Meanwhile, you're booking a flight right now to get the hell away from your wife. What are you talking about?
Huh?
Never mind.
Don't back down now.
Okay.
Don't stop now.
I can't help it, sir. You're scaring me.
No, it's all good.
Okay.
I'm with Terry.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
Huh?
Never mind. Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yes, you can.
Can you get me some Sonic tickets? I'm really needing them, and I'm hoping you can come through for me. What's the chances?
Going to a Sonic?
All right, never mind. I thought that'd be funny.
He can help you with a flight, though, if you
Mm.
call him later.
Terry, what do you have there, please?
In Bath, New York, a 26-year-old woman.
In
tried-
what? In what?
Bath.
In Bath, New York?
Yeah. B-A-T-H, Bath, New York.
All right.
Mm-hmm. 26-year-old woman tried to kill her neighbor, who was 82, by the way, after he added her to his will. She decided to, she found out, wow, that's nice. But here, let me bake you a strudel cake, an apple strudel cake, and she laced
All right,
it with...
you're moving too fast, or I'm just a little too slow right now. This woman was on this man's will. She found out about it. Once she found out she was on his will, she decided to kill him.
Yep, pretty much. And she did it by lacing the apple strudel cake that she baked him with nighttime pain relief
This is
pills.
all the reason why, if you make out a will and you declare who gets what, you don't tell them. You leave it as a surprise.
Right, I agree.
He was old, it sounds like, Terry, and she was just speeding up the process, right?
Yes, I guess.
At 82, what was he looking forward to? Romantic night this Saturday?
Ain't happening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say it like that. That's a term that people don't understand. I have to say it as romantic What is... On the count of three, let's all say it together as one. It'll make you feel good. Come on.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Romantic night. Yeah, that was way more annoying than I thought. Anyhow, so did she succeed in killing this man or no?
No, she did not.
Is she now a member of the incarcerated community or what?
Yes.
She
was arrested, and she's expected to plead guilty to reckless endangerment.
So just a few days ago, she was on the right side of an inheritance, and now she's on the wrong side of the law.
I would say so, yes.
Not a success story that you'll read in many a self-help manual.
6 years in prison, that's what she's looking at.
6 years for lacing strudel with bad stuff.
Yep.
Was it sleep aids that she laced it with?
Yeah, pain relief pills.
How many? Tons?
Doesn't say just how many.
Hotshot, I'd like to see that on the dessert menu at Denny's.
Right, it sounds kind of good.
I'll take 2,000 of those.
You're on the
Do you
air.
have any more Vicodin muffins?
Oh, it is. That's quite the bake sale.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, that whole romantic night,
No, what's this now, sir? I'm not familiar with what you're speaking about.
the whole romantic night.
Yes! Now you can proceed. I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've been married to my wife for like 4 years,
Why do you say it like you're ready to stab yourself, sir?
and I haven't bought her a gift for anything like birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, anything like that. And
Terry, how can you be married for 4 years and not bought your wife anything? That's just...
See, that's not right either.
Not...
well, it's not like I don't try not to, but it's just I don't try to.
Without trying, you've been able to not buy your wife anything for 4 years.
Yeah, she lets me get by with that.
Yeah, and you're going to say that you're still a success story even without a purchase of any kind for your wife. You and her as happily married as anyone?
Yeah, we're buying a house and we're getting in.
Well, you better not eat any baked goods from her, sir.
No kidding. Easy.
I don't know, something tells me you may not have to make out a will to get a bad piece of strudel coming your way.
Or you go to bed and wake up, it's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You better watch out.
Hotshot sounds like he's speaking from experience. Sir, do you have a happy marriage or no?
Excellent marriage.
Excellent marriage. Some people have happy marriages. Others go beyond that and have an excellent marriage.
Yeah. And we've been married for 4 years, so the love's still there and
wow,
everything like that. So it's not like it's.
Well, what's your secret, sir? There's no gifts, there's no purchases, there's no romantic night. What's your secret?
Well, we do get away. We don't have like romantic night.
What's this now, sir?
We don't have just one night that we just go do stuff.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know, he doesn't. It's just
bad enough I'd embarrass myself in front of my colleagues once, Steve. Right. Go ahead. What do you do then? What's your secret? We're asking your secret.
I do what I'm supposed to do as a man. I do my responsibility.
All right. Now, what are you supposed to do as a man? What is a man's responsibility?
Let me get a pen. Hang on.
We're all
This'll be good.
We're all with our spiral binders open, sir. And we're waiting for your answer to this question. You said you do what a man's supposed to do. You do your responsibilities. Please inform us as to what that is precisely.
All right. Well, I have a job.
A man has a job.
J-O-B.
Gotta have a J-O-B.
Yeah.
Got a job.
All right.
And
after that, it's all gravy.
I'm the most romantic guy in the world, then.
All right. So you have a job.
I treat her like a woman. I don't treat her.
We're asking for specifics. What do you do to treat her like a woman, sir? Put her legs behind her ear like Bugs friggin' Bunny. Yes. What do you do to treat her like a woman, sir?
She cooks. I wash the dishes. She washes the clothes. I dirty them.
Oh, so it's a give and take, and it's the 50-50 aspect of your relationship that keeps the marriage as fresh and vitalized as possible.
Well, not necessarily, because I.
Why can't you just agree with me and we can move on with our day?
No, he's still trying to convince
All right, so what is it then? I thought I had it understood.
It's a 50-50, but it's more. She doesn't.
It's more 60. It's 50-50, but it's more 70-30, T-Man.
60-40. Yeah, I don't do any housework.
Mm-hmm.
And they love it.
All right, dude, we're all impressed. You don't have to buy her anything. You don't have to do any housework, and she knows her role, and you do some things here and there. Is that pretty much the deal, or what?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Why don't you write a book?
Yeah, that'll be a best-selling romance novel, I'm sure.
Is there anything else that we're missing, sir? Because we'd all like to have a happy marriage, I guess, since we're all in one. Why not?
Why not?
Why, since we're there.
Why not be a happy one?
Can you help us any other way, sir? Or is that pretty much it?
Well, for him, it's not just happy. It's an excellent.
Oh, it's excellent.
Yeah,
It's Bill and Ted's Adventures. Right. Yes, go ahead. Was there anything else, sir?
Sonic tickets. Yeah.
All right, hang on. You got him.
No.
Hey, how can I not reward the man who has done his part to put together an excellent marriage?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right.
I mean, geez,
I'm hard-pressed to find a guy that dirties clothes. Exciting.
Well, he's just doing his part.
Okay, good.
Gotta do your part as a man in a marriage.
The T-Man.
When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Hey, what's up? My name's Q93, Shelley.
The T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man.
You've been listening to the T-Man Show with Terry Free, Hotshot Scott, Jimmy, Fred Wayman, and Pasty Dave. We thank you for listening today, and hope you have just a splendid Monday. Really, that's all you can hope for. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow when it'll be